very, very distasteful, you know. I wonder if I could share that. I could share that with you. It's a very deceptive party. I saw they did something very, very deceptive, and I think I want to share that with you before I start. Now, I am I'm doing some work on uh, a publication, and I want you to pre-order your copy. So I'm hoping that by the end of July, the first batch of my work will be ready. Um, I'm going to ask you to pre-order your copy. I'll give you some more information on that, but just for you to know that I am compiling my notes, and I am going to add some chapters to that piece of work. So you're going to want to pre-order your copy um, as soon as we make the announcement. If you enjoy the work that we do and you want to support the show, please remember that our Zelle account is 954 635 8732. That's 954 635 8732. Hashtag hello neighbor. Use up the hashtag, share the live, and let's see if we can um, get the numbers up to about 100 here on TikTok before we go through with the nice with the notes. Want to say good evening to YouTube. Hello there, YouTube. How you doing? Trust you had a great day today, and that you are ready to join us for the conversations that matter. Um, the well, leave that alone for the moment. Um, let's see if we can figure out what's happening in terms of the news. What are the headlines? There are some protests for bad roads in Jamaica. What with the recent showers, the bad roads are going to be a you know something that we have to contend with. Four men, four men are dead following an intense gun battle with the police at Kent Village near Bogwalk Gorge in St. Catherine. Four men are dead. The incident occurred at about 1:40 today. It involved several armed men and police. Details of the lead up to the gun battle are unclear, but following the exchange of fire, that's gunfire, four armed suspects were reportedly found suffering from gunshot wounds. They were taken to the Linstead Hospital for treatment. The men were later pronounced dead. One of the policemen engaged in the shootout was also injured. According to the police, two firearms were seized following the incident. The shooting resulted in the closure of the Bogwalk Gorge, and up to about 5:30, the Bogwalk Gorge remained closed. the National Works Agency has advised motorists to use an alternative route until the gorge reopens. Imagine that in the hot sun, marauding gunmen took on the police, and 4 of them were unalived. 4 men unalived in the Bogwalk Gorge today. Amazing, eh? What could have happened? "13 minutes after 7 o'clock. And news breaking is that the 4 men who challenged the police in the Bogwalk Gorge, all 4 have been cut down. All 4 cut down by the police, resulting in the closure of the gorge earlier this afternoon. Amazing stuff. The government is cracking down on squatting. Minister hello there, Caroline, how are you doing?
Hi, neighbor. Good evening. How are you?
Boy, Caroline, I'm a little distressed, It's been raining all day. We have been having electricity going and coming. Same thing with the internet. So I really hope that it will stay up. But we are here. Little challenge. I mean, ever since Friday, I don't know if you know that the electricity in Jamaica has been very inconsistent since Friday. Yesterday was the same thing. It goes, it comes, it goes, it comes.
Oh dear. Well, let's hope it stays up. It stays up now, neighbor.
Yes, and it's been raining. It's been raining. Caroline, this is one of the only days that I've stayed in most of today. I couldn't go out. Rain has been falling all day.
You must be very happy for that, neighbor.
Not at all. Not at all. I didn't get a chance to get 2 beef patties. When rain fall, beef patty nice. Hot beef patty. You know that, ma'am?
No, neighbor.
Yes. When it rains, man, and you buy 2 hot beef patty, man, it's so sweet. Yeah. You know what I had today? Cornmeal porridge. You like cornmeal porridge?
No, neighbor, I don't do porridge.
Don't do porridge. Okay, I had a hot bowl of a cornmeal porridge this morning in the weather. I don't know what I'm going to have for my dinner, but we'll figure that out later on.
Did you make the porridge, neighbor?
Yes.
You made it yourself?
Yes.
Oh.
You want me to?
You can cook?
If I can what?
If you can cook.
No, but I can stir a little something.
I see.
By the way,
that's really good.
You know that when you're making cornmeal porridge, you have to mix the cornmeal in cold water first. You don't throw it in the pot. You mix the cornmeal in cold water, and then you put it in the boiling water. Well, not boiling, but because if you throw the cornmeal in the boiling water, it turns dumpling.
Neighbor, I really cannot understand the combination of cornmeal and sugar and milk. I'm sorry, I'm not sure.
No, and you can make it very nice if you put like coconut milk. Don't use condensed. Use like coconut milk. Lovely flavor. And
it doesn't matter, neighbor.
And you use cinnamon. You use cinnamon and nutmeg, and then you get a nice slice of hard dough bread, not the sliced one, no. Hard dough. There's a bakery down here where near I live. They sell nice hard dough bread, and when you get that hard dough bread with that nice porridge, you see, man, you're gonna lead.
But neighbor, do you live to eat or eat to live? Because where's the protein in that?
2 eggs. You get 2 eggs with that.
You put eggs in the porridge?
No, 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 no. No, no, man. You boil 2 eggs. You boil 2 eggs, and you have that. Yeah, that's great.
Oh, I see. No,
No,
not
I can
interested.
fry. I can fry eggs. I can fry eggs, and I can cook rice.
I
Yes.
see. That's good.
And
That's really good.
I can steam. I can steam fish with okra.
Uh-huh.
Yes, and I can do that. I can knead.
Oh.
I can also knead dumpling.
Well, isn't that your favorite meal, Neighbour?
Oh yes, don't say it. Don't say it. Don't make them know. I love. I absolutely, and to be, you're gonna quarrel with me, but I don't like cornmeal dumpling. I like flour dumpling, just straight flour dumpling. And if you cook for me and you don't put dumplings in it, I'm not happy. I want dumplings in the food.
Neighbour, why don't you just tell them that your favorite dish is saltfish fritters?
Well, I do that. I do that all the time. That's like a snack for me. That's like a snack for me. I will eat off 10 of those, and I make them hard. Enough saltfish, just mix up the saltfish and nice. Anyway, boy, very sad news coming out of the Bagua Gorge, Carolina. 4 men cut down by the police over there. What's happening to our young men, man?
That is not sad news, Neighbour.
No, well, yeah, they had families. I'm sure it could be sad for their family.
But when they're committing the crimes, they don't remember their families. So, I don't really have sympathies for people like those. I'm sorry, but I don't.
I understand. The other thing, Caroline, is that I don't know if you know that a lot of people in Jamaica still live on land that they don't have titles for. They call it quote unquote squatting. And I see the government saying that it's going to crack down on land squatting. The minister today, Minister Montague, said that the government is going to. It's very, very important, you don't think?
and Neighbour, they should, because Neighbour, when you look at some of the properties that people choose to squat on.
You better tell me about that, ma'am. Tell me about it again. Prime land.
Prime real estate, Neighbour. No one is.
Yes. They pay nothing for it, Caroline.
Beachfront properties, Neighbour.
Yes. I remember there was a space over in Old Harbour that it's $14 million for a house lot over there. $14 million, Caroline. And there are people squatting. And in truth and in fact, they're not going to leave, they can't move off the land, because I think if you have been living on land here for decades or so, it's kind of difficult for you to relocate them. Amazing.
Well, Neighbour, if they're living on properties for an extended period of time and they haven't been paying taxes for the property, that does not mean they have the right to it.
All right. World Cup starts in a few days. Any interest in soccer?
Well, Neighbour, I'm a soccer mom. What can I say?
Yes. Which team are you supporting?
I'm gonna go with France.
Are you a Wagonist or you are a real France supporter?
Well, if I was a Wagonist, Neighbour, I would be sticking with Brazil, right? But come on, Neighbour. Well, I don't expect you to know, but that guy Mbappe, when he takes off his shirt, it's like, oh my God.
What happened when he takes off his shirt?
Neighbour, it's a sight to see.
No, what happened? I don't know.
I will send you a picture.
Are you? He doesn't look good. Is what? He has terrible skin or something?
Neighbour, he's so fine.
Oh wow. So what if I take off mine?
No, Neighbour, please don't.
Oh my goodness. You hear why these ladies are into football? Boy, there are other ladies who like athletics, because when the men are running, they are in this tightly fitted thing and they can't see a bit. There are some of them.
Right, Neighbour?
Oh, I don't know about him. I have never looked. Oh boy, I tell you something. Fascinating stuff. Okay, Well, I guess we have brought our listeners up to date in terms of what is happening in Jamaica. Parliament was on today, and the minister is. By the way, I think Nestor Morgan made his
Uh-huh.
presentation today to. Nestor is proving to be a very quiet and effective minister.
He
Uh,
is Neighbour.
yes,
He's doing so much, Neighbour. He
yes,
really is.
and I understand that he does it quietly. As a matter of fact, I hear whispers that he could be potentially a good leader of the party. Early days, but that's what I'm hearing, that he has the capacity to do well, and that the prime minister likes him.
Well, Neighbour, when I saw how much work he did with the Nara bill, I was so impressed. And
I was too, because I did not know of that type of in terms of parliamentary capacity and capacity with legislation. Because if you're going to be a good prime minister, you have to really be a statesman. In other words, you have to know how to navigate bills through parliament and things like that. And I think he impressed a lot of people dealing with this Nara bill.
Well, definitely, Neighbour, and I'm actually one of them, because I must say I have grown to appreciate him so much more.
Yeah, yeah,
Having watched him, with how active he was with the Nara bill, I
that,
have really grown to appreciate him a whole lot more, and respect, of course.
that is quite true. That is quite true. Well, he spoke in the parliament today. I hope that I wonder if we could try and get the minister tomorrow to outline some of the things that he spoke about. And we could try, we could try and get minister tomorrow. Okay, well, have a great evening.
Same to you, Neighbour. But before you go in, I'm going to ask all the listeners. Well, before I do, welcome everyone on YouTube, X, and TikTok, Patreon, to tap the screen, share the live over YouTube. We ask you to like, share, and subscribe. And on X, we ask you to repost. And over here, we ask you to send the heart me's, repost the live, tap, keep the comment section very, very active. Have a great show, Neighbour.
By the way, Karen, before you go, I am doing this to you publicly, but I have decided, you see, that we should start a civic class on this program. Maybe 5 minutes every night to have a segment where we teach civics. What do you think about it?
I think it's an excellent idea.
Yeah, and you could help me with it, Caroline, because I just, in preparing for tonight's program, I said to myself, why don't Politics Plus lead the process of re-engaging civic to the Jamaican population? I think we should try and find a sponsor for that segment, Caroline. 10 minutes of civics.
Of course, but Neighbour, why not Harry and Scratchy? I think they would be great at it. And Scratchy is somewhat a former educator. I think he would be excellent. Why you want to put so much on me?
No. I think you could produce that segment for us, and we could present.
No, Neighbour, Harry and Scratchy, they would be great at it.
Yeah. So I want to. So once you accept that, and I shouldn't have done this publicly, but I know you wouldn't have said no.
I just did.
Yes, I'm going to ask our team to let us lead the re-engaging of civic education in Jamaica. Let's do it. It is necessary and it is needed. Let's bring back civic to the national debate, and we're going to do that on the Politics Plus program. Night after night, we'll have something to talk about.
Okay, great. I look forward to seeing it happening, Neighbour.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
Well, have a great show, listeners. Please repost, tap, share, comment, and send the heart knees. All right. See you later, Neighbour. Bye.
Right. I don't know. I'm hearing that Tyrone Reed has left Nationwide. Is that true? Can somebody confirm that for me, please? I'm hearing that Tyrone Reed is no longer at Nationwide, that he's heading to CDM. I hope that I'm not accusing anyone of anything. Nice to hear your voice. That's what the heck. You like nice to hear Caroline's voice? What the heck? YouTube, I'm sorry to be leading you here. I soon sort that out. We have some equipment issues, so we are trying to sort that out for you. Okay, I beg your pardon. If you're on X, welcome. If you're on YouTube, welcome also. Um, Please send the heart me's. Please send the roses. Send a gift to TikTok tonight. Send a gift to TikTok. All my listeners, send a gift to TikTok. And if you have not made a contribution to the program in a while, tonight is your time to do so. 954-635-8732 is the Zelle account. We are looking at sponsor for the civic segment. We are introducing civics on the Politics Plus program. And if you have a small business or you want to personally sponsor that segment, we are asking you to get in touch with our moderator and tell her you want to sponsor civics. Civics on the Hello Neighbor show. Heart me's, roses, money guns, whales, we all accept them here. They all help to do the work that we do over here. In a civic illiterate democracy, absurdity outsells truth because lies cost nothing to make. I've been preparing for this program since 2 o'clock. And there are people who can just turn on them camera and come on and say nothing and get whole heap of taps, whole heap of roses, and probably 500 people. We're going to change that, We're going to change that by having some very serious conversations with you, our partners. You're not only listeners, you are partners with us. We are transforming our country and we're helping the government. Government can't do it alone. It requires citizens' activism on the part of citizens. Truth costs attention. Truth costs attention to verify. And there is a new word that I see a lot of people running with: allege. Alleged. Alleged because Jamaica's cheapest weapon is alleged. Alleged outsources responsibility from the speaker to the listener. And once you come up and say it is alleged, then you absolve yourself of responsibility. Plato says that people in the cave prefer shadows. People in the cave prefer shadows because shadows are easy. Truth means turn in your head and live in comfort. Truth means you have to face light. And so people prefer to be in the shadows. That's why, Bob Marley, these are not Bob Marley's words, but Bob Marley made them more, famous. That if night should turn to day, a lot of people would run away. They might hide. And the famous or infamous word today is allege. Jamaica's version of allege plus shout. Shout it loud. exaggerate, and you go viral. It's a shadow. And what is amazing is that a lot of media are living in shadow. 3 seconds can get you viral. Zero research, high emotion. You're gone viral. But truth requires court document. Truth requires research. Truth requires reading. And that's work. And most people won't do it. So absurdity wins by default. The more ridiculous you are, the more you are pushed by the algorithm. People don't just want truth. They want to feel powerful. That's why someone like Marvin, look at Marvin, gone viral. Look at what Marvin is offering. But Marvin gone viral. People don't just want truth. They want to feel powerful. That makes Marvin feel powerful. On a lie, you know. Rage. Outrage. I'm exposing them. Gives you instant power. Thousands of people click on your live. Load you up with roses and likes, and you've gone viral, and this person over here run to tell that person, oh my God, come listen over here, sir. Come listen this year. Come listen that. Come over here, sir. With heart. And then social media monetizes that. Likes and taps, roses, dopamine. There's a rush of adrenaline. The more absurd the claim, the bigger the power hit. You know, many people have exploited this space. Truth gives long-term power. And that is why Politics Plus is going to outlast and outlive them all. Because dopamine is a rush. And I'm not chipping my shoulder when I tell you that. The Politics Plus podcast and the Hello Neighbor show is going to outlast them. Because we are not building our platform on allegations. We're not building our platform on dopamine. We're not building our platform on any adrenaline rush. We're in it for the long haul. And we're not here for taps and roses. Yes, we want your gifts and we want your support. That's why we give you our Zelle number every night. Because we need your support. 954-635-8732. And we give it proudly. Because you are investing in something that is substantial, something that is worthwhile, and something that is helping Jamaica. But it's not a dopamine rush. If you come here for a dopamine rush, you're at the wrong platform. Because yes, we don't try to be boring. This is a high energy political show. But it's not for dopamine. The more absurd the claim, the bigger the powerful hit. And when allege replaces fact, facts becomes opinions. And the democracy dies. Because you can't debate if there is no shared reality. allege lets the speaker stay clean. I never said it. I said it is alleged. I learned something from a theological teacher of mine, that people will condemn you on an allegation and God accepts you knowing the facts. People will condemn you on an allegation. That's the new twist in Jamaica. Every absurd twist come out and talk about it is alleged. It is alleged. And so you're clean, but you just dress up the word allege. I never said it. I said it was alleged. Responsibility jumps not to the person making the allegation, but to the listener. And the listener fills the gap with bias. Civic literacy means that the listener has no tool to test it. And the result is propaganda spreads faster than facts. And lies go around the world before truth puts on its underpant. Some people say draws. And Jamaica is something that was brought to my attention before I came on here, why I'm speaking this young. Jamaica is vulnerable because Jamaica has an emotive culture. We feel first. We fact check later. We don't fact check first. We feel first. We shout, we chant. Music. That is our language. And what the propagandists have done is that they have hijacked the country's rhythm. And I'm telling you, my neighbor rights listeners, stay with me. Stay with the Politics Plus podcast and don't jump up and down over the place. Because we're not a propagandist. We're not a propagandist show, you know. The rhythm of Jamaica has been hijacked by propagandists like Marvin. Marvin is a propagandist. And he's going to fade away soon. Because I'll tell you something. The Bible said they are like the wind, they are like the chaff that the wind drives away. They are like the chaff that the winds drive away. They only flip up for a while and they get popular. I remember months ago, there was a man on TikTok that used to pull in 700-800 people a night time. And people used to say to me, neighbor, you know, sister, the man is having more lists. I said, don't worry about that. Don't worry about it. Perseverance wins. Perseverance wins. Let's keep going. And I say to my team, let's keep going. Because we are going to be on top in the end. We are going to be on top. And I don't, you may say, oh, one neighbor. I am telling you, we are going to be on top. Substance wins over hype. Hype is for a while. That's why sex don't last for an hour. The dopamine rush is not perseverance. And many I have seen come and have flipped up quickly and then they've fallen because you think it's easy to maintain this that we do? You think it's easy to maintain this? To come here every night with substance over hype? You think it's because we couldn't hype this up? You think we can hype this up and turn this up and give you an adrenaline rush and a dopamine rush. You think we can't do it? You think we're not versatile enough to come with some propagandist theory, some allegations, and go viral? You think I can go viral if I want? I want to go viral for the right reason. And by the time all of Jamaica hear about Politics Plus, they must hear about Politics Plus, and they must say, this platform, you can go there and listen to facts, you can listen to truth, and you can walk away with some information. That is why we're going to start the civic lessons as of tonight. Because we need to teach our people that after the dopamine rush, you have to come down to reality. That's what I want to be. That is the legacy that we want to build. That is the legacy that we want to leave. And if someone takes over from me on this platform, I want them to maintain that. I could hype this, I could hype this, I'm a preacher. I'm a preacher. I could hype this. And I can play you sermons that I have turned the place upside down. I can turn it any time I can do that. But at the end of the day, did the people learn anything? Get them all excited. Get them excited. And sometimes you get them excited, they give. I want to be true to you. I want to be true to you, my listeners. I want you to trust me. I want you to trust us. I want when you come here at nights and we tell you something, you walk away and say, I heard this on the Hello Neighbor show, and I can repeat it because I know they do their research and it is a fact. That's why I want you to invest in the program. That's why I want you to invest in the network. Many don't know the difference between a charge versus a conviction. They don't. Many don't know the difference between allegations and proof. And this drive for money can cost you, And I'm taking that as a caution to myself. You see this space here? It can lead you down a rabbit hole. And it can drive you to be very, very a person without credibility. You have to be careful that you don't allow social media to drive you into being a person without reputation. And at the end of social media or media, I have a life. I have a life. Truth doesn't pay in 24 hours. Monetizing videos, deliberately damaging people, pay you a lot. And that is why I'm going to make a point. I see some people supporting the Jamaica Labour Party, and they are not genuine supporters of the party, But guess what? Them can benefit. Kind of a modern day slavery, but with phones. You know how many people are enslaved? Tuning in, turning up. And there are some people who are prostituting, not physically, but they are prostituting the media. And some of them, I hear them talk about neighbor. You don't know who is a laborite. You don't know who a true laborite is or a true supporter of the Jamaican Labour Party is. And who know if see, who not see. Who know if see, who not see. Because I have seen it happening, that a lot of people are exploiting the brand for their personal, financial purpose. Anyway, propaganda isn't just bad information. And in a civic, illiterate democracy, it becomes the operating system. And when alleged replaces proof, the Prime Minister, the Parliament, and the people all lose control of reality. That's how democracies die quietly. I spent a lot of time today, trying to find out if something I heard online was true. Wasting my time. Allegations. Propaganda has already hurt governance in Jamaica. And we need to stop it. Well, you're not going to stop it because you're not benefiting. Some people are driving cars, going to fine restaurants, wearing nice suits, telling lies on media. Good night, caller. That's Wally. Good night. Telling lies. Whenever policy, trip, or statement gets hit with alleged corruption, alleged scandal, alleged sexual, alleged. You can talk about alleged. It is alleged that neighbor slept with her. You see me at the 1 yard? You see me on top of her? But alleged. And if you start this nonsense about neighbor, hello neighbor, it is alleged that hello neighbor did that, then that can go viral. What happened to my reputation? What happened to my reputation? So you're going to destroy my reputation on an allegation? All because you want taps and roses and likes, and you want enough views so you can monetize your program. You go out there and put out something that it is alleged. You are irresponsible, and quite frankly, that you should be charged. Should be charged. You can't allege that I did it and I never did it. But guess what? Neighbor is a brand. Thank you, caller. Thank you, Wally. Hello Neighbor is a brand. So just start a rumor between him and Caroline. And guess what? It gone viral. And nobody no stop to check. Nobody no stop to check to say, is it true? Then just run with it. Say, it is alleged. And they know that the allegations that they are coming with is wrong. Now, listen to me. We are a brand here at Hello Neighbor. We are a brand. We are a powerful network. What if we should, out of greed and wanting popularity, start to spread some false allegations? You think so we wouldn't go viral? You think we couldn't come here tonight with an allegation? And oh my God, it is and oh my God, go on over neighbor, run over neighbor. You know here we're going over there. You know here where neighbor said. All because I want some taps and some roses and few dollars? Well, my God, man, I drink water. Not doing it. Not doing it. We will present in a way that, you know, is not boring. We're not going to be boring, but we're not going to do that. We're not going to do it. Within minutes, TikTok, Facebook is alive and you've gone viral. 10,000 views, 20,000 views on an allegation. Despicable. Despicable. Downright wrong. And I don't like it. Because the public will stop listening for real scandals, because everything sounds like noise. Real corruption then hides in the fog. The Prime Minister, the ministers spend more time doing reputation defense than policy. And I say to the government tonight, focus on delivering for the people. Show the people what you are doing. Because this deliberate strategy of distracting the government with allegations, and the government has always got to break to clean up the reputational damage alleged on allegations. Don't answer to allegations. Every speech becomes a courtroom, not a town hall. When MPs on the opposite side use alleged social media functionaries as a debate tactic instead of evidence, then the whole country stops being a place of law and becomes a theater of accusation. Laws gets worse because debate gets dumber. And some of the dumb them, man. Dumb it. And some intelligent people who I see participating in this, you're not helping your country. You're not helping your fellow brothers and sisters out there. If you have had the benefit of an education, stop the propaganda, man, and tell the people facts. Go on your show, on your program, and highlight issues. Go and read the newspaper. Read the editorial. There's more content than you can manage. Absurd claims spread faster because they are cheaper to make. Nobody wants to put in the work. Nobody wants to spend time to build content. Nobody don't want to do no research. It thinks it not cost us to put our program together, but because we respect our listeners, the 185 of you watching on here now, and let me see, almost another 150 on the For You. We respect you. And those of you on YouTube, we respect you. Those of you on Patreon and X, we respect you. We're not coming here unprepared. We're coming here to put something before you. Absurd claims spread faster because they are cheaper to make, saying the PM sold out the country. 3 seconds. Mom is a thief. 3 seconds. This a man sleep with that man there. That a 3 seconds. That the man they beat up this a woman. 3 seconds that. Is it true? Proving it. Doesn't take 3 seconds. It takes 3 hours. Algorithm reward 3 seconds lie. So public opinion is now shaped by what whoever shouts loudest. Not whoever is right. That's not democracy. That's mob rule with Wi-Fi. It's a mob. And it's despicable, you know, because so many people are drawn into this algorithm slavery. It's algorithm enslavement. And you see, when truth dies, when people get tired of democracy, Democracy's slow truth. They invite the strong man who promises simple answers. Alleged culture creates that tiredness. People say, I don't nobody tell the truth. No, nobody will tell the truth. Make we try the next man. Democracy dies not by a coup, but by boredom. That's why Marvin came up. Who is Marvin? You listen to Marvin. Those type of absurdity that Marvin coming with. Why is Marvin getting even any traction? It's a balloon. It's like a balloon. Because the society is cultured like that. Cultured emotively. The goal of propaganda isn't to make people believe lies, you know. It's to make people doubt everything. Once Jamaican voters believe all politicians lie, all news is fake, all alleged is equal, then facts lose power. When facts lose power, only force and tribe remain. That's the road to political violence. And I'm warning us that if we don't cut it out, we're going to move from the voice to something that I won't even want to say. Socrates was killed because Athens chose emotion over examination. If we don't cut out this nonsense of allegations, propaganda, and the war, it'll go get nasty. Mark, I tell you that. And I don't want my platform to be part of it. And I am warning us, you're not coming up here with no propaganda. You see, if you have lies to tell upon people, carry somewhere else. Don't come up here with it. Don't come up here with it. Socrates was not killed because Athens chose emotion. Athens chose emotions over examination. There is a competition online. People are competing for views. And when you look upon your screen and you see 100, and you look across there and you see 150 or 200, just, my God, what can we do? Let's start tell some lie. Let's start carry a propaganda line. Let's start say, allege. It's alleged that this man do this. It's alleged that that man do that. And the emotive people start pack up your page because they love the source. You remember when you used to go to school? Hot party, hot party. Hot party, hot party. Draw a crowd. And that is what is happening. Spectacle, no substance. And so substance gets drowned out. There is no way the type of program we produce here online should not have 700,000-800,000 people every night. But guess what? Emotions are winning over engagement. Emotions are winning over examination. And Jamaica risk the same. I'm telling you, I'm warning you. I am warning this country. As a prophet, I'm warning Jamaica that the nation is going to die if we don't let go the emotions and start examining what is placed before us. Just nyam food. When you get it, you look at it. That's why you have a menu to choose from. You have to examine it before you go in it. This country is at risk. This democracy is at risk if we do not. The slide is the slide. Because all you need to do is to open your camera and chat damn nonsense and infiltrate the minds of a civic illiterate nation with allegations, propaganda, and misinformation. Jamaica is at risk. Jamaica is at risk. And that's why we have decided we're going to give 10 minutes per night, at least 10 minutes, to civic, sorry about that, civic literacy. A generation that can chant alleged, but can't read a budget. I wonder how many of the Jamaica Labour Party supporters have read through the party's manifesto. We have a program coming up on that. The moderator has been pushing us to go there. How many have read the party's manifesto? Even some of you who say, "Oh, we are labor rights, and we are Labour Party support." Have you read the party's manifesto? Have you read it? And without getting myself into a problem, some of you were anyway, let me not stir up no answers. Have you read the manifesto? What about the Prime Minister's budget presentation? Have you read it through? Have you read it through? So that you can turn on your camera and have a discussion on it. What about the sectorial presentations of all the ministers? Have you listened to them? Have you read them? But you can come up online and say you have discussion and you are labor righty, and the party must do it for you, and you are a member, and you're a member of the party, and you don't think say you as a member of the party must read the manifesto and the Prime Minister's presentations so that you, a labor right, can defend your party. But the party must, you have a responsibility too. At your party, you don't want it to win and stay in power. But you get involved in the propagandists. Without civics, democracy becomes a slogan contest. A slogan contest. If you are a member of an organization, you must know the Bible. Lawyers know their legal brief. Doctors study medicine, they know the medicine table. You are labor right, you can know what in the party manifesto. And if the party is going to engage bloggers, it must test them. They will kill me now. Test them. Some of them don't even know the party's song. They don't know the party vision. They don't know the party mission. What is the mission of the Jamaican Labour Party? Do you know? What is the vision and mission of the Jamaica Labour Party? Do you know it? Can you repeat the philosophy of your party that you so support And you so love. You love the hype. That's why you love. You don't love the party. That a true Labourite would follow the Prime Minister, understand his vision, his mission, and is able to articulate it at any time on any platform, and you don't have to be paid for it. You don't have to be paid for it, you know. You know why? If the party remains in power, you are benefiting as a citizen of the country. Your life is better. Because I can tell you, the People's National Party does not do very well at governing. They don't. They don't do well at governing. And so if you are a Labourite, it is in your interest to be what you are asking the party to be. You, the Labourite, must be the messenger. The party don't necessarily lack PR. It lacks people. People that will tell the message. And that's what the party needs. It's functionaries on the ground to be the evangelists of the party. But for you to be the evangelist of the party, you have to know what the party stands for. But guess what? You get involved in the Mark Golden this, Mark Golden that. You know what a comrade told me today? Said that well, anyway, maybe he doesn't want me to say it. Go and study the party. Go and study the party manifesto. Look at the party's policy. Did you know that the party had a crime plan? Secure Jamaica. Have you read it? Have you read Plan Secure Jamaica? So when you hear all of those fool people talking rubbish, you can point them to it. Go and read Plan Secure Jamaica. Go and read Andrew Holness' budget presentation, man. Because in there you will find substance. If the alleged culture and monetized rage stays the norm for 10 more years, then elections are going to be won by whoever creates the best viral lie. Not the best manifesto, the best lie. MPs become influencers, not lawmakers. Parliament empties out because serious people won't run for abuse. Look at Isaac Buchanan. Look at him. He has become a TikTok star, a member of parliament. We become a nation of accusers with no builders. Tear down, get more views than below. Children grow up thinking success equals exposure. Not success equals work. Jamaican creativity gets hijacked by outrage. Someone tells me that Jamaican TikTokers are the worst in the world. Well, the worst. There's no creativity. Pure outrage. Cuss out. Nasty. Under you. Where are the content creators for the Labour Party? Where are they? You're there criticizing. Go and create some content for the party. Use AI, chat GPT, and create flyers and put it out there for your party. Trust is collapsing because people don't believe anything, you know. People don't believe the opposition. They don't believe the media. They don't believe the church. They don't believe the court. They don't believe nothing that they are hearing. Institutions are collapsing. When the court puts out a ruling, the people don't believe it. Auditor General report, we don't believe it. The facts get dismissed as just another allegation. Institutions have no authority. Who believe the IC report? What are that? We don't believe them. Order collapses. Erica McKenzie, good night to you. Without shared facts, tribe, gangs, the mob fills the gap. That's when I support my side, right or wrong, replaces I support what is true. The biggest victims aren't politicians. It's the nurse, the farmer, the teacher. They lose because policy becomes impossible. Government can't do long-term plans when every plan is killed by alleged before it starts. Poverty, crime, migration, all gets worse because the country can't focus. You know, I spend a little too long on that. What time is it? 30 minutes after 8 o'clock. And I haven't even gotten to the spotlight yet. I haven't even gotten to the spotlight. I came up with a truth tax idea today. We're going to impose a truth tax on this program. Moderators, anybody come up here, come and tell you any lie, instant disconnect. Instant disconnect. If you come up here with something, you must be able to prove it. We don't want no lie up here. So here is tonight's civic lesson. Please note, if you want to sponsor this segment, speak to Caroline, 954-635-8732. And while you're at it, use that number and send us a gift, 954-635-8732. Here is tonight's civic lesson. Jamaica, listen good. We are killing ourselves with one word, alleged. Allege. Allegation is just talk. Me here say, it is alleged. Social media say. Allegation is just talk. Don't get don't, after tonight, after this civic lesson that I'm giving you, don't get fooled by it anymore. When you hear the word allege or allegation, no pay it no mind. It has zero meaning legally. You can't go to court with hearsay. You cannot go to any court in Jamaica and go tell the judge, say, me hearsay, the man thief the goat. Me hearsay, the man grape the girl. Me hearsay, the man thief the money. That has zero credibility in the court. Don't waste the court time. A rumor with a suit on. Anyone can make an allegation. Your 5-year-old child can allege that you steal biscuit. Zero cost to damage. Allegations cost zero to make, but it can cost you everything. There are people in prison now, and they have done nothing wrong. Allegations, lies. Teaser, teasers, take care of yourself. Have a great night. Talk to you tomorrow. You have allegation, and then you have charge. When the police say we have enough reasons to bring you to court, the legal meaning there is that you're still not guilty. Charge means come explain yourself to the judge. If you are charged, you're not guilty, you know. If the police charge you, that's not guilt. So allegations, hearsay, when you are told someone is charged, all that means is that they are to appear in court to prove their guilt or innocence. That's what charge means. Charge don't mean that you do it. Conviction is when the judge hear all the evidence from both sides and say guilty or not guilty. It means this is proof. This is final. This is the only door where you lose freedom, job, reputation legally. Jamaica's problem is that we live at the first one. We live at the allegation. Allegations for Jamaicans is true. Because hear what we say. If it no go so, old time people say, if it no go so, it almost go so. Well, old time people were wrong. That was not that is not one of the old white fables that we need to carry on. Old time people say, if it no go so, it almost go so. So if you hear say I am a B man, it no go so, it almost go so, go away with that. We share alleged rape. We treat man like he's convicted. We hear alleged corruption and say all of them corrupt. And then when door 3 says not guilty, we don't apologize. We just find a new allegation. So your civic duty, in 3 words: verify before viral. Don't share anything if you haven't verified it. Okay, neighbor rights? Don't share anything if you have not verified it. It come into your phone and you say, oh my God, let me share this. Verify before you help it go viral. Before you share it, before you comment, you ask these questions. Who alleged it? Name the source. Where is the document? What happened after? Was there a charge? Was there a conviction? Or did it die at door 1? Is this just an allegation? Allegation is an invitation to investigate. It is not a verdict to execute. If Jamaica can't tell door 1 from door 3, door 1 is the allegation, door 2 is the charge, door 3 is the conviction. The allegation is just pure chat. The charge is where you are given an opportunity to prove you're innocent. The conviction is the fact. Door 1 is the allegation. We will keep destroying innocent people. There is a man on TikTok, won't call his name, I'm not on TikTok, on YouTube. He loves this word allegation. It is alleged. It is alleged. And he spout out these nonsense about people using the word allege. Far-fetched. Far-fetched. But guess what? He's covered by the words allege. We are destroying innocent people, paralyzing the government, and rewarding liars. Civics starts with vocabulary. Civics starts with vocabulary. Learn those 3 words: allege, charge, conviction. Allegations, that a pure chat. Charge means you have an opportunity to prove your guilt or innocence. Conviction means a decision is made, either guilty or not guilty. 3 words. Learn them. All right. Let me take a break and come right back to you. Okay. YouTube, good night again to you. If you are listening to us on YouTube, please like and share and subscribe. Keep the chat active. Subscribe to the channel, like the channel, tell your neighbor that we are here. If you are on Patreon, welcome. If you are on X, great. Please share the live. Tell them that we are here Monday to Friday, 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock. It's actually 23 minutes now after 8 o'clock. And we're in the neighbor's notes. I took a little time to kind of talk to you a bit tonight about something that was on my mind. This whole matter of, how allegation is just being used to destroy people's reputation. This program is supported by our listeners. So if you want to make a contribution to the work we do, the information is going across your screen. If you are on YouTube, 954-635-8732 is the Zelle account, or Cash App, $Caroline Perio. You can WhatsApp our program at 876-858-9553. Like and subscribe, or you can send us an email. The email information is on your screen also. If you're on TikTok, well, welcome. We are big friends over here, and we are loving that you are staying with us on TikTok. Please like and share the live. Like it, share it, and keep the comments active. Hashtag Hello Neighbor. Hashtag 1 p.m. Hashtag Jamaica Talk. Hashtag those things. Help us to send this thing out to as many people as you can. Also on TikTok, please remember we are here Monday to Friday, 7 o'clock till 10 o'clock. And you too on TikTok, if you are joining us for the first time, welcome. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome to you. Please make sure that you like the live, that you share the live, that you use up the hashtags. All right? There is an arrow at the bottom of your screen. Press it and then use the yellow circle to just send it out. All right? If you want to make a contribution to us, 954-635-8732. Please also remember that we have the Caribbean Current. The Caribbean Current is a written piece produced by the Politics Plus Network, and it is on Facebook, it is on Patreon, and I think it is on Twitter also. Go over there and like the Caribbean Current, read the article, comment on it, and share with us whether or not you are enjoying the content we are putting out. The Caribbean content is on X, it is on Facebook, and it is on Patreon. Thank you so much for tuning into the program. It's 26 minutes now after 8 o'clock. And of course, we are heading up to 10 o'clock with you tonight. Thank you so much. Now, the government need to do something about all of this. And I'm going to suggest 5 things that I'm going to ask them to do. Number 1, context over clip. People live in shadows. Truth needs the cave, not just the shadow. Don't fight the 10-second clip. Release it with a 3-minute context. You hear me? Those of you who do PR, context over clip. Don't defend and fight the 3-second clip. Every TikTok gets a link. Send that out. See the full cave here. Without context, truth dies. That's why Marvin, something now go nowhere. Don't fight Marvin. Marvin, something now rubbish. Rubbish. It will die its natural death. Mark my word. You have to get the people out of the shadow. Context over clip. Get the people out of the cave. That's what you are mission to do in public relations. I'm giving free advice to you. People live in shadows. They live in 10 to... That's why when you watch TV, advertisements are no longer than 15 seconds, 15 seconds to 30 seconds. People live in these viral clips. Truth need the cave, not just the shadow. The 10-second allegation is the shadow. Don't fight that. Release the 10-second clip. Say, look at this. That was published today. And then you add to it the 3-minute cave explanation that provides the context. And you kill the lie. You take the people out of the shadow and you put them into the light. Secondly, constancy over campaign. Constancy over campaign. It's called the Aristotle habit. Character equals repeated action. People don't trust speeches, they trust rhythm. Aristotle habit. People don't just trust speeches. Stop making speeches and go with the rhythm. Stop the crisis campaign public relations. Stop it. Stop putting out speeches. You have to find the rhythm. Be a drumbeat, not a firework. Same message, same channel, same time weekly. Civics Corner every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Repetition builds belief when noise is loud. Free advice. We're starting on this program every night, and we're going to set the time. Civics Corner. The Politics Plus Civics Corner is sponsored by, we need a sponsor. And we are asking, maybe the government of Jamaica can sponsor it, or the Jamaica Labour Party. You can do it. Let us help you. Well, the fact that we are going to produce it and present it. So, context over clip. Remember, don't fight the clip, because the clip is the cave. The clip, the 10-second viral clip that is nonsense and a lie, don't fight that. Put it out and you add to it the context. Say, here is what Marvin said, and let them listen to it. And then you say, here are the facts. Here is what Golden said. Here are the facts. Here is what Nikisha Burchell said. Here are the facts. Take the people out of the Plato called it the cave. It's philosophy. Calls it the cave. And that's where the people live. They live in the 10-second viral moments. It's a mind game. And you are transforming minds. And when you transform minds, you're going to transform behavior. And when you transform behavior, you're creating a social multiplier effect on the society. You're going to transform the society using public relations. It's a rebuilding of the message. Here is what they said. This is what Pellucid Perry said. This is what Ingram said. Here are the facts. You win every time. Light, it doesn't matter how small light is, wins over darkness. There is no darkness that can survive light, you know. Just shine light on it. Shine light on the darkness and see if it knows. You win every time. Context over clip. And I'm going to submit this to my friends over the party. Secondly, constancy over campaign. Thirdly, conversation over communicate. That's called the Socratic method. Conversation over communicate. Truth is found by question, not lecture. Truth is found by question, not lecture. What will happen at the post-cabinet press briefing tomorrow is a lecture. Don't just broadcast. Ask real questions. What would you cut from the budget? What would you include in NARA? When people talk back, they listen back. I want to say that again. It's the Socratic method. When people talk back, they listen back. Listeners, use up the chat. Use up the chat. One John, Yardy Diva, on fire. Yes. Godrich is on me. Yes, I see you over there. When people talk back, they listen back. The monologue causes the alleged culture to thrive. Kill it with dialogue. You hear me, guys? Kill the monologic speeches with dialogue. Talk to the people. Get the people talking, asking questions, and they'll listen to you. Don't talk down to people. Talk with them. Don't talk down to them. Have a conversation. The first one is context over clip. The second is constancy over campaign. And I can develop all of this and put it together for you. The third one is conversation over communicate. You are not communicating with the people. And let me tell you this. We do not have the same skills, And Jamaica is an undereducated society. The government need to do a research and find out the level at which Jamaicans learn. The government of Jamaica must do a research to find out how the people of Jamaica learn. What is or are the learning styles of the people? And when you have found that out, you link it to your public relations strategy. Because in an audience of 500, there are several people in there that listen and learn differently. Some of the things that the government have done have no bearing on the people because the government has not been able to link it to the lived experience of the people. You can do that through public relations. And it's not very difficult. Not very difficult. It's conversation over communicate. With the greatest of respect, Mrs. Morris Dixon, it's communicate. Press releases are communicate. They are not conversations. And Jamaicans don't read press releases. And we don't have very strong media supporting the government. Let's go from the top. If you've been following me, context over clip. Don't attack the clip. Don't attack the clip. Do I do I need a break? Okay. Do I need a break? No. Okay. All right. No, I don't. I'm good. All right. Let me come back. If you've been following me, and I'm going to the callers, I have not gotten into the cost of collapse. I'm going to show you, I want to show you the collapse of Jamaica's economy in the 1970s and the 1990s. I want to show you the multiplier effect it has on our society. You see this problem that we're having now of civic illiteracy? That's where it's coming from. It is coming from the 90s. The children of the 90s are the adults today. PJ Patterson, wherever you are tonight, you owe Jamaica an explanation. Yeah. I wanted to show you that tonight. And I'm asking you, when I publish the work, to support it. You have to pre-order your copy, but it's going to be very, very informative. I'm working on it for you. Okay? So that we can have this conversation. Okay, so context over clip, constancy over campaign, conversation over communicate. The fourth one is concrete over concept. Williams James spoke of pragmatism. Pragmatism is truth that works. Jamaican people don't care about policy frameworks. They care about my road were fixed. You see the Troy Bridge? You see the Spring Village Bridge? My light bill, and that Jamaican people care about. People know, Jamaican people don't care about manifestos. Jamaican people don't care about no manifesto. Policy. Technocratic stuff. Bureaucratic. That is not. They care about their road, their water, their clinics, them school. Therefore, listen to me carefully. You have to translate every policy into a fruit. You translate policy into the peer. They can't eat the policy, but they can eat the peer. It is the peer that gives you the vote, not the policy. Mark that. Write it down. Free advice. I'm not coming back to this. You get it in the book. You translate policy into fruits. What people do with fruits, they eat it. No need telling the man that the tree is full of mangoes. No need telling the man what the mangoes can do. No need telling the man how you intend to export mangoes. Da 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 da. Give him one mango. Make him yam it. Give him a mango to eat. Not fiscal consolidation. Say, for example, taxi fares have just gone up. Taxi fares have just gone up. Did you know that did you know how much money the government is subsidizing the JUTC with? And do you know the ridership on the JUTC? Where is the PR to show that as a fruit? JUTC fares haven't gone up, you know. You don't think so, but it hasn't. It hasn't. If people can't touch it, they won't believe it. I'm whispering. If people can't touch it, they won't believe it. Remember me tell you that. It is the concrete over concept. And finally, courage over caution. It's called the leap. The Kierkegaard leap. In an age of alleged, silence looks like guilt. Caution cedes the microphone to liars. I've said this before. 5 o'clock must not pass before every allegation is answered. Courage. You remember when Marlon put on him suit, him army suit? Yes, courage. In an age of alleged, silence looks like guilt. Caution cedes the microphone to the liars. We must come out with blazing at 7 o'clock, at 5 o'clock. My friends on the lives, gather all of the lies, and challenge them with the truth. If you see, we are checking on it, we'll see allegation. We see the allegation. We will show the document by 5 p.m. Huh? Speed, honesty beats slow perfect. Liars win because they are first. Government must be first with the facts as soon as the lie comes out. Knock it. You need to have someone that is on the ready. It was just reported on RGR that A and B happened. We wish to correct that with the facts. We just read in the newspapers this morning that A and B, we wish to correct that immediately. No delay, straight as you need to have a young man or a young woman set up in an office somewhere and he's monitoring the news. And as soon as something come out that is not true, it don't get in a 5 minutes, there is a response. No. We're taking our time. Taking your time, damage is already done. While you are there twiddling and wondering what are you going to do, shut it down immediately. As soon as it come out of parliament, somebody is in the parliament. Every one of those lies that are coming, shut it down. Courage over caution. In an age of allegations, silence looks like guilt. Caution cedes the microphones to the liars. The liars are not to win. Jamaica Labour Party, you hear me? Don't make the lie them reach the 5 o'clock news. Don't do it. Shut it down. Get an army of young people. Shut it down. Come out immediately. Stop the parliament. He's lying. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker, he's lying. Stop the parliament. Can't continue. Because lies, I tell you. Listen to the news. And if you hear an item on the news that is a lie, immediately correct it. We just read something in the Gleaner that said ABC. We wish to correct that immediately. Not true. Here are the facts. We just heard this on this talk show. We need to correct that immediately. Not true. Here are the facts. So and so just said this on a platform. We wish to correct it immediately. Every speech Mark Golding make, fact check him in real time. Real time fact checking what needs to happen in Jamaica. Not a minute of lie must be allowed to come here. So as soon as they speaking, you're fact checking it and see if you don't win. Courage. Do not be cautious. You could be cautious without social media, but now throw caution to the wind. Liars win because they are first. Government must be first with the facts. Don't give the PNP bloggers no more room, no space to lie. Tear down the lies immediately. I'm going to close. But I'm going to close, but I want to refresh this for you. And I'm doing this for my friends. Life is deeper than you think because we have galaxies. Do you know what happens out of space? No, you don't. I don't. But the Stone Age did not end because we ran out of stones. We found new ways to do things. There is an answer to every problem. Just think about it. You can kill lies with these 5 moves. 1, context over clip, constancy over campaign, conversation over communicate, concrete over concept, and courage over caution. Take a leap of faith. Hire some young people and tell them to monitor everything that is happening on media. Every station, CVM, TV, JR, everybody. And as soon as anything comes out that could be damaging to the party, to the government, immediately it is killed. Immediately. That's the war that needs to be on. The war is that the enemy is allowed to grow. The enemy of lie is being allowed to grow in Jamaica. The enemy of propaganda is being allowed to grow in Jamaica. It needs its head cut off. Cut it off. I know I'm taking a little bit time, but let me close. In a world where allege is currency, government must become the central bank of context. Government must become the central bank of context. Print less press releases. Mint more clarity. Because democracy dies when citizens can't tell the difference between a claim and a conviction. The Prime Minister's statutory declaration is a non-issue. It is not a story. It should never take any root in Jamaica. The Prime Minister's declaration not being certified is no story. Is it because Jamaicans are civic illiterate? And the politicians, PNP politicians, exploit the ignorance because they can't turn up at my gate and they couldn't come to me with that. As I told you last night, the Prime Minister does not certify himself. Argument done. If anyone is to be blamed, it's not the Prime Minister. Why does that? And you have people online chatting. Come on. Come on. Convicting the Prime Minister as if the Prime Minister has done anything wrong. What has he done wrong? There is a process which says submit, file, and you file. Then if you file, that not done, man, then you leave the process to work. And if the process works, and I feel like I want to ask for some review in the court, I can do that. That is nothing wrong. That's how the system is designed to work. And if the system is working as it is designed to work, then come off the media with your rubbish, man. Come off the media with your propaganda. Come off the media with your lies. Democracy dies when the citizens can't tell the difference between a claim and a conviction. In our civic class tonight, I told you an allegation, a charge, and a conviction. I hope you remember, because tomorrow I'm going to give you an exam. I'm going to ask you. So make sure that you come here tomorrow and you understand those 3 terms and what they mean, because we will review them tomorrow and you must pass your exam. You must be civic literate on this program. You must be, neighbor rights are going to be civic literate. We will know what things mean and we will not share until we can certify. Um, Moderator, let me thank the listeners for listening to me tonight. Thank you so much. Um, I'll do a little bit more for you tomorrow. Um, there is a there's an acronym. You see, there's an acronym that is called truth. Truth, where T is timeliness over timing. Timeliness over timing, transparency over talk, translation over jargon, testimony over theory, and tenacity over trend. I could probably go there with you tomorrow. Um, but thank you so much. Before I come to Scratchy, let me once again thank you for tuning into the Hello Neighbor show right here on the Politics Plus network. If you are joining us for the first time, welcome. We're happy to have you. Please share the live and please tell others about this show. We are here Monday to Friday, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. If you're on YouTube, like the live, subscribe to the channel. If you want to get in touch with us, the Hello Neighbor podcast at gmail.com. Or you can send us a WhatsApp at 876-858-9553. That's 876-9553. We encourage you on YouTube to like, share, subscribe, participate in the chat. If you want to send us a contribution, we will be very happy for that. We do a lot of work here and your support is needed. Our Zelle account is coming across your screen. It is 954-635-8732. 954-635-8732. If you are on Patreon, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us. If you are on X, special welcome to you. Please tell others about it. Let them know that you are watching the program on X and tell us how you feel about the program. Share with us your comments, share with us your views, and let us know exactly how you feel. I must apologize. I did not get to the spotlight tonight. The cost of collapse. I'm doing a series on that where I am taking you from the 70s to the 90s and show you periods of government and how the failure of the state is affecting life in Jamaica today. Today, yes. There are many social ills, many things in the society that people are blaming Andrew Holness for. Well, I want to show you that it have nothing to do with Holness. It have to do with those who suck the sour. We suck the sour grape, and now our teeth collectively is on edge. YouTube, thank you so much. If you're on TikTok, well, talk along, tick along. Hashtag Hello Neighbor. Hashtag 1 p.m. Hashtag the hashtags that you get in the group, put them up now. Share the live. Just send it out. Yes, no stop, tap the screen, share the live, and of course, do what you can. Please also remember the Caribbean Current. The Caribbean Current is a written piece that is produced by the Hello Neighbor team, and we'll be happy for you to read that. Hello there, Scratchy. Good night.
Good night, neighbor.
How are you, man?
I see you on the platform. Everyone out there, big up and bless up.
Yes. What's on your mind there, Scratch?
You know, I'm here, neighbor. I was just listening to you a while ago, you know, on point as usual.
Yes.
On point as usual, my boss. So what's popping?
Well, Scratchy, the fact of the matter is that we're back on the whole matter of allegations, and I spent a little time on that tonight because it is the new word in Jamaica where people just come online and say it is alleged. and all of a sudden they gone viral. It's a terrible thing, Scratchy. What's your view on it?
Yes, neighbor, we see no more than ever, neighbor, where that word alleged is being used now, neighbor, more than ever. You know, persons tend to believe that with the word alleged, neighbor, they can still smear a person's character or put any type of bad information out there.
Just say it's alleged. Just say it's alleged, and all of a sudden you're guilty. You're guilty.
Yes, and you are free from any punishment or any liability.
You're free from any punishment and any liability. Yeah.
So it's very sad, neighbor. It's very sad. It is a result, neighbor, of how it is a result, neighbor, the type of politics that is being portrayed by the opposition, neighbor.
Yes.
To tackle persons or to tackle their opponents, neighbor, through whatever personal means, or use any type of personal attacks, neighbor, to try to slander a person's character and stuff like that.
To talk about alleged. To talk about just go out there and say it's alleged.
Yeah, just say it's alleged, and I can't say anything you want to say, but just put alleged in front of it to secure yourself from any legal.
Yeah.
Or anything like that. But it's not fair, neighbor. Definitely, I will not even say, not even alone, neighbor. We see a lot of persons doing it. I will see even personal attacks coming to normal persons on social media as well.
Yes.
You know? Where persons are using the same alleged, neighbor, to attack and discriminate and talk bad about persons.
I saw it.
Definitely not good, neighbor. Because once they know this is Jamaica, neighbor, and you know Jamaicans take information. And once the information is already out there, they don't care what in front of about alleged. I know like that, neighbor. They must have run it whatever I said.
Yes.
They don't care about alleged.
Yeah, they're busy with saying that, and you know they say that if you know go so near go so.
That Jamaican thing again, neighbor. If you don't go near, say you go say go near. So something near the line.
Yeah.
But you know Jamaica is, neighbor. Anything bad, neighbor, people run with it. Anything good, they question it. You know. That's the nature of our country. So sad.
It is very, very sad. All right. So that aside, Scratchy, I'm also suggesting, Scratchy, that part of what I think the government can do is to just make sure that it is courageous rather than cautious in its public relations. In other words, don't allow the lies to continue to permeate in the Jamaican society. As soon as they come out with something that is not true, come out with the facts and shut it down.
Definitely, neighbor, that is the other day. But neighbor, the amount of misinformation and lies on the rapid pace that these lies are coming out with, neighbor. Yes. and the type of lies, sometimes it is so difficult.
I know.
Because the answer one, 5 more come out, neighbor, you know?
Yes.
And I think what the Jamaican Labour Party and the government need to do, neighbor, is try its best, neighbor, to be as strategic as possible, neighbor, you know, neighbor. Because I personally believe, neighbor, that young Jamaica blundered, neighbor.
Oh yes, when they came out about gold in something there.
Yeah, when they came out about gold in statutory declaration, neighbor.
Why did they do that, by the way? How could they?
Exactly.
How could they have done that?
I don't understand why they did that, neighbor, but I believe that young Jamaica blundered, neighbor. That topic like that, neighbor, they should have allow it to make time take its course, neighbor.
Because as we say, I'm sorry, but as we say about the Prime Minister, we can say that about Golding too. Golding is not responsible to society by himself. It is the IC.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you let if you have any question to ask the IC.
Ask the IC. So I think young Jamaica neighbor blundered, neighbor, and played into the politics and played into the whole thing and kind of revamped this whole discussion surrounding the Prime Minister and his certification, neighbor, because of how they went about. And now in regard to their attack towards the opposition leader, we had this platform, neighbor, it was brought us to us, and we said we wasn't going to play politics with it, neighbor.
Oh, yeah.
But just let it watch the course and see how soon and when the opposition leader will be certified. So I'm shocked, neighbor, that a group like Young Jamaica, which is so close to the hierarchy of the Jamaica Labour Party, neighbor, blundered so boldly and loudly, neighbor, and went out there and give the PNP some form of ammunition or some form of strength. You know, they should have just kept their cool on that topic, neighbor. They know how sensitive that topic is. They should just watch and let it take its course, neighbor, and see how long it would have took for Mr. Golden to be certified. I wasn't pleased with it, neighbor, and I'm not Jamaican. I am a Jamaican neighbor. I am not concerned if Andrew Michael Holness is certified or not, neighbor.
Yes.
I don't care. Neighbor,
Yeah, and I think the majority of Jamaicans don't even know what certification is about.
Exactly. I don't care, neighbor. They want to certify him or not, neighbor. As long as I know that whatever finding came from that report, neighbor, was that there wasn't any misuse of any phone. There was any illicit enrichment on the part of the Prime Minister or anything like that, neighbor. So I don't really care if they want to certify him or not, neighbor. I don't think the certification can stop him or prevent him from carrying out his role and his function as Prime Minister. I think it doesn't matter. It is something that they are just using, neighbor, to try to slow down this Prime Minister or make it seem that because the Prime Minister is not certified, he's not fit to lead the country. Or it is a blunder that say until you're not certified, you cannot lead the country. Total madness, neighbor. Total misinformation and disinformation again. And I am one Jamaican, neighbor. I am not care whether the Prime Minister is certified or not. I voted for Andrew Holness September the other day, neighbor. And when we went out and voted, certification was nowhere in the forefront of our mind, neighbor. Our majority of Jamaicans' mind when they went out, neighbor. So I don't care them certify or not.
Okay. The government today, through its minister Bobby Montague, is suggesting that the government is seeking to regularize land ownership. A lot of people in Jamaica are squatting on prime lands, scratching. How do you think the government is going to fare as it attempts to regularize land settlement in Jamaica? A big issue, scratching.
Land settlement, neighbor, in Jamaica, neighbor, a very big issue, neighbor. And I think that this is one of the main things why the government needed the NARA, neighbor. Because there's a part in the NARA legislation, neighbor, that will definitely help to settle this land settlement, this land settlement issue, neighbor. That's why the government wanted to make sure, neighbor, that when they go in, neighbor, ask for us to remove from these lands, neighbor, they had the backing of the Constitution or from a legislation standpoint. So that is why the NARA bill, neighbor, was so important and integral. Because a key component of NARA, the NARA bill, neighbor, has to do with land settlement, land ownership, and movement from land and stuff like that and be placed in other suitable areas. So NARA is no law. So that is why Mr. Montague came out to speak so loudly about it right now, neighbor, because he knows that he has some form of legislation. Yes, there were legislation before, but NARA kind of strengthened that legislation more, neighbor. And under the rapid development of Jamaica, what is need to be done, they can use the NARA bill, neighbor, to definitely go forward, neighbor, in settling some of this land settlement issue that we have, especially down there in Westmoreland.
But in terms of cracking down, Scratchy, what you think how do you think the government should approach this? Because when he speaks of, let me play something for you, for the listeners, coming from Nationwide. Listen to this.
Jamaica has approximately 750 informal settlements, home to over 600,000 citizens. Many of these settlements are constructed on what are known as crown lands owned by the government. Minister with responsibility for land titling, Robert Montague, says as of this date there will be a ban on the practice in order to crack down on land scamming.
We want to remove the incentive for land scamming. Remember, government lands belong to the people. It is bought for development. People are squatting on lands reserved for schools, clinics, roadways, and even one historic site. This is a massive cost to rehabilitate and resettle areas after it has been informally settled. We have met with all the MPs with a squatting challenge. So as of today, June 9th, people who go onto crown lands will no longer be considered for a settlement program. If you're there already, you're there already. But we're not dealing with the new people. And after further investigations, those who sell crown lands will be prosecuted, and those who buy will lose their money.
People are selling land in Jamaica. Scratchy, people are selling land in Jamaica that don't belong to them, and people are buying land.
Yes, they have a case in point. You remember what Clifton neighbor over there in St. Catherine the other day? When the Prime Minister had to send the JDF neighbor and the security forces other person over the neighbor to regularize that piece of land neighbor because suspected criminals neighbor were selling and were plotting out the lands and selling it neighbor. as if it was dear land name and it was land that was soon.
Jamaica, stop. I mean, scratch it. Well, listen to him.
Minister is encouraging Jamaicans to check with the National Land Agency before falling for what appears to be a deal too good to be true.
Buying land is not like buying rice and flour. There is a legal process, but always remember, if it sounds too good to be true, then it is not true. Save your money. We have done drone and spatial surveys, and we know what is already on Crown lands. So if you go on the land after today, you must face the consequences. In the meantime, we will soon announce a major program to address squatting in a structured, orderly, and legitimate manner.
Similarly, Minister Montague warns Jamaicans against the abuse of the adverse possession statute that allows an unauthorized occupant to gain legal ownership of land left abandoned. He says a new digital system is being developed to safeguard landowners.
We now have a partnership with Fujitsu to digitize our records and introduce new technologies into our processes to make them faster yet more secure. We intend by next September, as I said before, to begin issuing e-titles and recalling old titles. The e-title system will also help landowners to watch their properties so that they will be alerted if someone applies to title their land. This will reduce the instances of persons moving to take over your land by adverse possession. There will be a fee, of course, for this property watch service. Madam Speaker,
All right, so a little bit there from the minister without portfolio in the office of the Prime Minister responsible from land and land titling and all of that. So scratch, boy, I tell you something, it's going to be a massive problem and a massive undertaking. But commendation to the government for attempting to take on this problem. Eh?
Yeah, but there's a lot of problems that this government is going to take on, has to take on, neighbor. There's a lot of things that this government is going to take on that is within the law and the constitution, and it is going to make the government look bad. Because neighbor, we had a government neighbor in our past time who presided neighbor over lawlessness.
Yes.
You know, we had a past government neighbor who used neighbor what you would call social well-being neighbor, social distress neighbor, social discomfort neighbor. And they let persons get so used to these things, neighbor, that it becomes social norm. And I think one of the biggest problems that the Jamaica Labour Party and Jamaican Holness and the government is facing right now, neighbor, is the social norm, neighbor. Things that were not norm or things that should not be norm, neighbor. The PNP made it seem so norm. The capturing of lands, you know, the lawlessness across the length and breadth of the country, neighbor. These things are on the books, neighbor, as laws that should have been enforced. But because these laws weren't being enforced, neighbor, over an extended period of time, you find out that persons now, neighbor, the Jamaica Labour Party has come to government now and want to enforce these laws. And persons don't understand, neighbor, don't see it and cannot realize that it is against the law, whatever you are doing, and the government is trying to let you know. But because one government is telling that it was okay and one government is saying it's okay to do this, okay to do that, it is very difficult. The mixed message that is being sent by our politicians across Jamaica, neighbor, is one of our biggest problems in Jamaica. You have a government who's standing up for law and order, and you have an opposition party who's telling people that it is okay to break the law, it is okay for government to just give you land, or it is okay for even government to give you land, you just go take the land. And that is the problem that we're having in Jamaica right now. It is so difficult and hard for this current government, neighbor, to get any form of respect and accommodation from a lot of these lawless people in the country. Because the lawlessness never become norm over an extended period of time.
Yeah, I hear that people are living on beachfront properties. You know, scratchy. Beachfront properties, people capture beachfront properties. Can't happen, man.
Neighbor, when you look from Black River, neighbor, coastal area like Black River, and you saw the houses, neighbor, that were on the beach side of the coastal area of Black River, neighbor, where else in the world you can go? And see coastal areas like that, neighbor, with those type of rundown and dilapidated houses and stuff like that, neighbor. Only in Jamaica, neighbor, where the coastal area, the coastal line, that should be a beauty and
economic driver for economic development and growth and income for
growth and development, neighbor. And you put people on these places to squat and live, and you give them and make them feel like say them entitled to this. And this is what they're supposed to do. Me a Jamaican and a Jamaican land, so I'm supposed to get peace of land. The PNP did that, neighbor. The PNP is responsible for the total lawlessness across Jamaica. The PNP is responsible for Jamaica not having appreciation for law and order, neighbor. Because every single thing, neighbor, whether you dump illegally, whether you just go capture one land, the PNP make it seem like it was the norm of the day within the 90s, neighbor. And it is so difficult now that Andrew Holness now, neighbor, is going to come to the people and say, you're right here, so you're doing
Yes.
this and it is illegal. And I'm going to go send out to Andrew Holness. But the whole time, PNP around the country here, so we oh no, you come tell me say it's illegal, and then they tell me say it's illegal, and then put me there.
Yes.
So it is very difficult, neighbor, for the government to get in the form of awareness in the country, neighbor, because a high percent of the society, neighbor, buy into the lawlessness, neighbor, buy into the social distress, neighbor, and it become the norm of the day. And it is going to be very hard for this government, neighbor, to compel and tell some of these people that what they are doing is wrong and what they are doing is normal law, neighbor. If you urinate on the wall, if you urinate in a public space, you're supposed to, and you get catched, you're supposed to be charged. But charge a man feed them and tell us how foolish you are doing for them. More people, the people myself, in the business, because it was the norm of the day. So when you see that's why I think so much rebuttal is coming towards the police force, neighbor. Because certain things that the police used to turn a blind eye to, that the police is now enforcing, neighbor. It is sending mixed message, because a man might say 10 years ago they never have a problem with this. So all of a sudden now it is a problem. Because one government or one political organization in Jamaica strive on the lawlessness of the country, meanwhile one is trying to create some form of law and order. They did it, neighbor. They voted, they take the side of criminals when they voted against the state of emergencies. They buy into the misinformation that was spreading and the disinformation in regards to NITS.
Yes.
And telling people that don't give the government the information.
Yes.
It's okay if you go up at the Canadian embassy and the US embassy, they'll give them a fingerprint though.
Uh-huh.
But it is okay when they migrate to these places, they give them all the information, don't get a social number. So the PNP buy into all of those things, neighbor. Not NARA, they buy into it and tell people, say NARA is this, NARA is that. Now them start telling people, so the ship will come one day, take on the light. All type of misinformation and disinformation. PNP caused this, neighbor. And Jamaica is a unique country, neighbor. Because I can tell you something, neighbor. If you go to a man in Jamaica right now and talk to him about NARA, I tell you say him no name NARA, neighbor. But if you say to him you hear about the government plan to reconstruct and build up the country, I tell you say yeah, hear about it. The race and do is a big plan to fix up the country. But he doesn't know, he doesn't know say name NARA. But he knows say it's a plan to fix up the country. Though.
Yes, absolutely.
He doesn't know right name. He doesn't know NARA right name. I tell you neighbor, ask a man. If you know NARA, I tell you say don't know nothing name NARA. Ask him if he hears the Prime Minister have a plan to fix up the country. And him say, yeah, me say, I won't leave the money come and fix up the country.
Well,
but you don't know NARA.
Yeah, fascinating. Well, you know, Scratchy, before I head over to TV man, Sharina Burke. By the way, hold on. Is a new caller that? Sharina Burke. Good night to you. Sharina Burke. Hi. Sharina? No. Not there. All right. The spotlight tonight, Scratchy, was on the whole matter of the cost of collapse. And I wanted to review how previous governments still impacts Jamaica's today. And I think I'll do this tomorrow. Time may not be on me tonight to get into it. But the point really, Scratchy, is that you just spoke on it. The cost of collapse. Scratchy, when governments fail a nation, things like squatting is part of what the mop up that have to do. And I tell you, Scratchy, it will not be easy, you know. It will not be easy to do, you know, Scratchy. Oh, Scratchy.
Sorry about this, neighbor.
Yes.
It is not going to be easy, neighbor.
Right. And you hear what the minister is saying, that there are people even now. How much him say? 600,000 citizens, Scratchy. How do you settle $600,000 or 600,000 people?
Neighbor, it is not going to be easy, neighbor. And Jamaica Holness neighbor and his government neighbor have a humongous stars on them neighbor. It's not, don't think, Andrew Holness is the only faced with an infrastructure problem in the neighbor. Andrew Holness is also faced with a mindset problem in the neighbor. The mindset is the hardest thing to change, you know.
Scratch, you know that 600,000 is larger than the population of Bahamas? The entire...
A whole lot of Caribbean island neighbor have 600,000 people.
And 600,000 people in Jamaica are living on lands that don't belong to them, Scratchy. But Scratchy, that is why
Don't belong to them.
that means that they're not paying it. And a lot of them are probably not even regularized with proper water, sewage, and electricity.
No, neighbor, he said it there. So 715 farmer settlements in say neighbor. So these 715 farmer settlements neighbor. They don't
And these are schemes. These are like schemes.
Yes, they don't come with proper sewage line neighbor to dispose of any form of waste, human waste. They don't come with any form of potable water neighbor. They don't come with any form of electricity neighbor. And it is also difficult neighbor because the terrain, they don't come with barber green roads. It is very difficult for police to properly service these areas and police these areas. If there's an emergency neighbor and there's a fire, that's why it just take one house and all of these places burn down. It is difficult neighbor for emergency vehicles to reach into these areas neighbor because these are informal settlements neighbor. There's no map or anything that are blueprint that is crafted at these places in terms of entrance and exit and safety plans or anything like that with these places neighbor. It is not an easy task neighbor. And when they say neighbor that previous government neighbor, the People's National Party has done Jamaica so bad that even if PNP is still in opposition neighbor for the next 50 years neighbor, we will still be reading from the reminiscence of the PNP bad policies and programs.
That's the conversation I want to start, Scratchy. That is the conversation I want to start to show Jamaicans that you cannot afford to elect bad government because, Scratchy, I and you will not live to clean up this mess. We can't clean it up because look at what the government have to be doing now. They have to go regularize them. In other words, the government have to give them the title for the land, you know. They can't move them again, you know.
You can't move 600,000 people, neighbor. You can't displace 600,000 people. You cannot. So what the government have to know is, neighbor, use state resources now, neighbor.
Yes.
That should have gone into education. That should have gone into security. That should have gone into the health sector, neighbor. Government now have to use those resources now, neighbor. Go into these places, neighbor. Run proper sewage channel, run proper sewage line, run water line, run JPS poles and everything, neighbor, to try to bring some form of formality and decency to back to these areas, neighbor, and regularize them and try to see how best they can pass through these land through titles and pass them on to the relevant persons, neighbor, who are living there.
Yeah, and is it not true? Is it not true, Scratchy, that some of these unregularized communities popped up because the economy been mashed up?
Neighbor, these informal communities, neighbor, were risen, neighbor, as a result of the poor state of our economy at the time, neighbor. Government failure to adequately provide, neighbor, for its citizens at the time, neighbor. Government of the day failure, neighbor, to adequately, neighbor, provide what was in the best interest of the country and the citizens, neighbor. And also, neighbor, the government at the time, neighbor, they also did it for political strength.
Oh, yes.
And political allegiance, neighbor.
To pad the voters list, and win
neighbor,
power.
To pad the voters list, neighbor. They created these informal communities and informal settlements, neighbor, so that when election come, neighbor, they could rely heavily on these people to go out and support them and vote for them, neighbor. And if you look at majority of these informal spaces, I'm not going to come on here and lie and tell you that none of these informal spaces support the Jamaica Labour Party. But I can tell you that majority of these informal spaces support the People's National Party. Majority of these informal communities vote PNP. And the key characteristics of these communities are, neighbor, they are overpopulated. They live like cat and rat and dogs down there, neighbor. High violence communities, these informal communities, high in violence, neighbor. All of the social decays and social ills that the society suffer from, neighbor. These informal communities, neighbor, are master planners for them, neighbor. So these informal settlement, neighbor, they don't benefit us. But the PNP use it to their political advantage, neighbor, to win 4 consecutive elections in Jamaica.
Oh my.
They use it as their political
And now
advantage.
the problem falls to the Jamaican. But you know, Scratch, it's a fascinating dissecting of this matter. You know. Now the problem falls to Andrew Holness, and the very people are blaming him for the problems they are having when he never created it.
Yeah, man, not one single thing that Jamaica is reeling from. Not one single thing that is affecting Jamaica growth and development. Not one single thing that is holding back Jamaica was done or created by Andrew Michael Holness' neighbor. He inherited them all. He inherited them all, neighbor. And he's trying to fix them 1 by 1 and 2 by 2 and 3 by 3. He's riding and whistling at the same time. The magnitude of the problems that we're seeing, neighbor, because Andrew Holness' neighbor has shown us that he's someone, neighbor, who can take on these things head on and fix them. And that is why so many persons are looking to him, or so many persons are highlighting more and more problems. But these problems were there from day one.
That's true.
But they weren't being highlighted, neighbor, because it will come like, neighbor, you have a female, have a baby father, and she just knows saying so what listen, it makes sense to go show him the child book list, neighbor. She knows saying so what this neighbor, and it makes sense to go try and show him say the child I do good in a school, neighbor. So it's like you just turn your back on him and say, it even makes sense to come tell him my problem because you can't help me. The reason why everybody is coming up now with them problem, neighbor, is because them see where Andrew Holness, neighbor, is changing the spear. He's changing a lot of these informal communities, neighbor. He started in his own constituency where he formalized some of these informal communities. And everyone now is trying to push and show him it now. It's all right. We see somebody come now who look like saying can get things done. We see somebody come now who look like he can fix things. Let's just talk to him. Let's just talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just talk to him. So I can say, neighbor, that the People's National Party under that 18 and a half years, neighbor, was the biggest problem Jamaica faced, neighbor, was Jamaica when Jamaica let PNP run the country for that 18 and a half year. That 18 and a half year, neighbor, it gave us high poverty rate, neighbor. It let us more accepted of poverty. It let us accept high unemployment, neighbor. It let us accept the corrupted police force at the time, neighbor.
Yes.
It let us accept the high level of lawlessness, and it is still really, neighbor, and it is still affecting us in some way, shape, or form. And it is going to be a very difficult task, neighbor, because Jamaica problem, neighbor, is not just infrastructure. Jamaica problem, neighbor, is more than just social issues. Jamaica problem, neighbor, has a lot to do with the mindset of Jamaicans, neighbor. And that mindset, neighbor, was planted in Jamaicans. It become norm. And one of the biggest problems you can have in any country, neighbor, is when social distress, neighbor, become social norms. Whenever you have social issues become social norms, neighbor, you're going to have problem regularizing. You're going to have problem with law and order. And that is what we're facing in Jamaica. Because squatting, it become norm. High level of crime and violence, it become norm. The prevalence of criminality, it become norm. The prevalence of giving gunmanship power in communities, it become norm. And we saw what it did to our country, neighbor, because all of those things were left to manifested and morph and turn into monster and become a part of our daily life under the People's National Party for that 18 and a half years. Jamaica is suffering from a mindset problem, neighbor. Andrew Holness could have built bridge, he could have built road, he could have built school center, he could have built urban center till God come, he could have built hospital till God come, neighbor. Jamaicans are suffering from a mindset. It is a mind over matter issue that is affecting Jamaica, neighbor. It's not just the social problems, it's social infrastructure problems. It's a mindset, neighbor. We are being traumatized. We are damaged, neighbor, from what we usually see, our leadership that we usually get from the PNP. And a lot of persons, neighbor, are still buying into it because it is so sad that even though the PNP did this to us, neighbor, they are still here, neighbor. And whenever the government of the day come with anything that is positive and is in the best interest of Jamaicans, PNP mash it down and step up on it, neighbor, and tell the people themselves, a foolish government attack. We can't do this, and we can't do that. Look at the amount of grant that is going on the roof program. And now the PNP don't come out and tell persons, say, you need to be appreciative of this. One time gone, this couldn't happen. Instead, the PNP, instead, neighbor, them are pushing narrative as telling the people themselves more than 500,000 they deserve. You know what you're doing to do something like that to your people, them? When you as an opposition leader can look at the people, my son, deserve more than that. You know what you do to these people, Mr. Opposition Leader?
Yes.
You know how you turn these people against the government?
True.
So that's the problem we have with the Jamaican neighbor. You have one party, which is the Jamaican Labour Party, which is the government of the day neighbor, who's saying to Jamaicans, yes, I know we were used to this and we were used to that. But despite being used to this and being used to that, it wasn't in the best interest of the country. It was also against the law. But a political organization of the day at the time used it to secure curry favor, political favor, or to be seen neighbor as the one who don't pressure poor people on certain things and certain stuff like that, just so that they could maintain them political dominance over the political system. Politics has gotten us nowhere in Jamaica neighbor. I see my good friend in the chat, Dane, saying that I am one-sided. I am not being one-sided in a day. The PNP is the only political organization in Jamaica that has ruled Jamaica for 18 and a half consecutive years. And not just 18 and a half consecutive years, neighbor. They ruled Jamaica for 18 and a half consecutive years, neighbor, in a special period of time, neighbor. In a time when technology was being advanced to the world, neighbor. In a time when the world was changing, neighbor. It was a critical moment in Jamaica just a neighbor at that time. And the PNP neighbor didn't do us any justice, neighbor.
Well, they didn't capitalize on the times. That is quite true. No, not only that, but the world economy was expanding, growing by leaps and bounds. And as a matter of fact, it was very, very difficult to see why Jamaica was suffering so much. When we were open to countries like the United States, our largest trading partner, nothing. We were in decline.
Neighbor, a lot of countries, neighbor, that are considered to be in good faith right now, are considered to be semi-wealthy countries, are countries, neighbor, who are using and wielding their resource, their natural resources at their best interest, neighbor. Those countries, neighbor, found themselves in the 90s, neighbor. Those countries made themselves a man, neighbor, in the 90s, neighbor. Jamaica failed, neighbor.
Yes, we did.
We had no major natural disaster in the 90s.
But I don't think that it is beyond debate. I don't think it is beyond debate, Scratchy, that period needs to be examined in the context of where we are today. And that's the discussion I want to start. I hope I can do it tomorrow to get people to think about the under-educating of the Jamaicans living today, Scratchy. Think about the people living today who fell out of school, who could not complete their education. A man called me on this program the other day saying that he dropped out of school from age 11, Scratchy. Because him 11, Scratchy. A lot of Jamaicans today, Scratchy, are where they are simply because that period where they were to advance, where they were to have developed themselves, was a failure. Many people had to drop out of school, go look work. Not to mention the expansion of the informal economy under that period, Scratchy. A lot was done and it is hurting Jamaica today.
Yeah, but definitely, neighbor. I speak it all along, neighbor. I speak it a lot to neighbor. I tell you that my personal development, neighbor, and growth, neighbor, was hindered, neighbor, because of the government of that day, neighbor. Because at that time I was transitioning from primary school and going to go to high school, neighbor, and I believe, neighbor, that the government of that day, neighbor, based on their poor policies, neighbor, their poor running of the economy, neighbor, they failed me. Not just me, neighbor. I see thousands of others like myself, neighbor, who totally lost them away, neighbor.
Yes, and when you travel around Jamaica and you see people performing below what they could really do. In other words, there are some people today that are cashiers that could have been teachers. There are some people who are running taxis today that could have been pilots and doctors. It's a failure of the state, Scratchy.
Neighbor, it's a failure of the state, neighbor. The People's National Party, neighbor, of the 90s, neighbor. They failed Jamaicans, neighbor, and they don't just fail us. They fail us miserably, neighbor. They hold us back, neighbor. They a lot of, you say it perfectly, a lot of persons didn't get that opportunity and the chance, neighbor, to reach their true potential because a lot of even females, neighbor.
Yes.
If it wasn't through teenage pregnancy,
get pregnant because
they
of it, yeah.
To lose themselves, neighbor. They lose themselves through teenage pregnancy. They lose themselves, neighbor, through. And I can remember in the 90s, neighbor, those were the times when it was just so easy for you to just expel someone from school and without having to put them in a weird.
That's so true. Lots of people get expelled
from school, neighbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, expulsion was the order of the day. You just get expelled and go home, go sit down, not doing anything. When you look at even schools, neighbor, resources towards schools, neighbor, was very low. You know, at that time we had secondary schools, neighbor. And I like at these secondary schools, neighbor, because you know how secondary schools are, neighbor. These secondary schools are very close to some of the most hard and garrison communities as well, neighbor. So these schools, neighbor, they suffered the same way, like all the communities that these schools are located beside were suffering from social decay and neglect, neighbor. These schools also suffer from social decay and neglect, neighbor. So it didn't work out in no way, shape, or form, neighbor. I can safely say again, neighbor, that the majority of Jamaica issue that Jamaica is facing right now is as a result, neighbor, of the government of the 90s, poor policies and programs. It is as a result of how selfish that government was at that time, neighbor. It was as a result of how that government, neighbor, manipulated the system to their best interest. It is as a result, neighbor, of the nepotism and the high level of cronyism at that time, and the high level of corruption at that time, and everything that caused Jamaica to be in the situation that it is in. Because I can tell you, neighbor, that in 2025 or 2026, neighbor, and to Michael Holness should not have been no tri-bridge. No tri-bridge should not have to be open. A lot of these road projects that we see are going right now shouldn't be going on right now, neighbor. We are the 8 days and we'll make it pass. And that is why I tell you, neighbor, the other day, I'm going to tell you again, that is why it is so hard for Jamaicans to come with this thing about, what they call it, neighbor, low-income housing. We passed low-income housing stage, neighbor. When Jamaica was supposed to benefit from low-income housing, neighbor, we had the government of the day who thief the money. You know what to black and cement now?
Yes.
Black and cement is so expensive right now. You can't have low-income housing this time. When low-income in black was a $30 one, when cement was a $200 bag, that is when we were supposed to have low-income houses. Now come talk about low-income houses. You will never see that right now in Jamaica with the price of construction material right now. When plywood is sell for $350, why we never have low-income houses at that time?
Yeah.
Because the government of the day failed us, neighbor.
But now they have songs say you have it, the girls in one black and cement.
And low-income house, neighbor, you will never see no low-income house right now. Black and cement gone through the roof. When black was $30 and $20 and $12.
Yes.
That is where we should have low-income houses.
Yes.
That is where we should have low-income houses. But instead, Operation Pride, Operation Failure, then take the money and put in them criminal friend, them and neighbor, and they rob this nation. PNP rob we, neighbor. Everything, neighbor, is PNP robbers. Our police, men and women, neighbor, who usually have to police this country, neighbor, push them car when car break down, car run out of gas. PNP cause that poor management of the economy. Our teachers, neighbor.
Yes, not to mention how many of them had to leave.
How many of our teachers has to leave this country to go look better? Neighbor, PNP make a lot of Jamaica. What I think was such a lot diaspora. PNP cause it, you know.
Uh-huh.
You will talk about the large diaspora of Jamaica, outside of Jamaica. PNP make the people that have to leave Jamaica for better, neighbor. PNP, they run away everything that is good. PNP run away even Marcus Garvey, neighbor. Look for someone like a Marcus Garvey and then run him out of the country. Run him out. PNP, neighbor, they mash up. They don't know who's that organization. I'm telling you about destruction that. Sometimes Jamaica reach its true potential and Jamaica return the crossroad and reach where it want to reach, neighbor. All of us must come together, neighbor. We must keep a big 9-night and a setup for PNP, man. We're done with them. Jamaica, we keep one big setup for PNP, neighbor, man. We're done with PNP, neighbor, man. Mash it up, neighbor. Damn it, we. PNP make some little small Caribbean island can match up to it. Some little small Caribbean island where shouldn't can talk to it, neighbor. PNP make them can talk to it.
Wow. Well, very, very good. My goodness. I wonder if TV man, are you there? I'm coming over to Harry. He's on. TV man, are you there? No. Member Henriquez, you're on YouTube. Good night to you.
Good night, neighbor.
How are you?
I'm doing good, you know. I'm doing good. Scratchy, yeah. I hear you come out tonight, man.
Yes. Member Henry.
Bless up, my bro. Bless up, Harry. Bless up, my bro.
Yes. What's on your mind? Are you covering anything specific tonight? Are you continuing with the dissecting of Golden's IC report? Are you?
Well, neighbor.
Yes.
You know, I got some pressing information. People would say it's pressing news.
Yes.
Remember I said I preempted that I'm waiting to get some additional documents and to do some additional checks.
Yes.
Now, I may have not gotten the documents I sought, but I did get some information, right?
Let us hear it.
And and some in the latter stages, I'm paying homage to uh Michelle Stern. I'm happy she provided some additional information from 411.
Yes.
So what I've found, the neighbor, is that, well, I've found the root cause of Mark Golding's hate for the Prime Minister. And I
Oh,
want to extend my gratitude and thanks to the IC, the Integrity Commission, because without their prolong of refusing to certify the Prime Minister, neighbor, they have showed something critical.
you
When
are
we
saying
did,
that you have discovered the hate for the Prime Minister from Golding?
of course, neighbor. So,
Wow.
in a nutshell, what's happening with Mark Golding is that from the sweetheart deal of the 90s, neighbor, right? He has technically lost a significant portion of that wealth. So it is proven that he is not as shrewd of a businessman as he proclaims to be. Yes, investments do go bad. And yes, you can have mishaps here and there. But it shows as to why Mark Golding is fighting tooth and nail to remain not just as the opposition neighbor, but to try and get a bigger salary package. Now, why I say there's a root cause to the hate from him to Andrew Holness, it lies in colonial aspects, yes. But he can't stand the fact that the Prime Minister is actually over time earning more money than he is.
Oh,
Because Mark Golding has lost over 60% of that wealth which he got through the sweetheart deal. Roughly, I'd say 9 million US at that time, based on the selling of shares and so on from DBG, Darren Bunting and Golding to Scotiabank. Now, when you're losing that much money, neighbor, rapidly, you need to find somewhere to get additional income. And the only substantial way of income that Mark Golding can get is that $25 million by sitting as an opposition and doing nothing. Because everything else that he has put his hand on is failing miserably, neighbor. And I had the numbers. Let me give you an idea of it, what he started with, and where we are today. So he came to the fray as a public figure in 2021, right? And he would have had, let me give you the exact figure here. Waiting on it to be generated.
fascinating. Guys, you have to stay with us. Boy, I've just joined the team over at X. What a fascinating show we are having here tonight. Goodness gracious me. Stay tuned. Keep tapping the screen. Keep sharing the live. Keep pushing this out. Harry, he is unveiling something here tonight that is nothing short of a blockbuster. He is discovering why Golding hates the Prime Minister. My goodness, you can't afford to miss it. He's coming back. If you are on X, I'm right over here with you. What a way you're looking all nice over there. Great to have you. Please remember, the information is going across your screen if you are on YouTube. If you are on TikTok, keep tapping the screen. Keep sharing the hashtag. TV Man is in the screen. Oh, wow. 13 minutes to 10 o'clock. Wow. If you are on X, I see you there. Harry's with us. Yes, TV Man. Just hold on there for me. Coming to you.
So So neighbor, he
Yes.
started with roughly eight, and I'm going to be generous to him, approximately 9 million US. It's 8.8 something, right? From the selling after hyping up those shares, bought it for cents and sell it for $21 plus, right? That's what Scotiabank purchased each unit of DBG for, including him and Bunting. Bunting got roughly about 13.2 or 13.3 million US.
Yes.
He has somewhat, his fortune is dwindling down as well. Hence why both men have fought tooth and nail to remain in politics, because that's where they can, pick up huge dollars here and there. So when we heard Mark Golding talking about him done making money already, neighbor, him done a losing money already. And that is a problem for him. So from that approximately 9 million US, he has roughly out of it, neighbor, under 1.5 million US remaining. Right? And when we look at, and people will say, yes, you divest and you move funds around, but he's losing out rapidly. And that $25 million, like I said, from the opposition base is holding him up very well, with all things considered. Now, when you look at an Andrew Holness, neighbor, whose overall asset at the time was about 1.2 million US, who built his thing from the ground up, and Mark Golding, who was born in privilege, can't beat him for that, for sure, and also earned, whether it is through luck, through corruption, or whatever persons want to refer to it as, the sweetheart deal, he then would have amassed this. And to see a nobody, a little street boy from Spanish Town, come and match him and beating him at that in proper earnings. Now it shows as to why he don't want the Prime Minister to continue being where he is, and as to why he himself desperately need this funding, neighbor, right? And when you look at it, the hatred goes even deeper, because he's pushing the whole IC situation, because he's hoping that the Integrity Commission can find something on the Prime Minister, because what Mark Golding himself is running with is that Andrew Holness cannot legally earn that money, cannot build himself. The little black boy from Spanish Town have no right to be earning that much, when he himself could have done things, some by the books, born in privilege, some may not be by the books, and he's wondering how Andrew Holness is getting ahead of him. And the Integrity Commission has blundered and failed through their agenda and narrative, neighbor, to try and paint the Prime Minister as doing something corrupt. Now, when we look at it, neighbor, overall in terms of the assets for Mark Golding, he had 1.326 million US dollar, right? When he started. And leading, and this is just the assets aspect, his total income was 593,277 US. And he had at the time a liability of just over 3,100, right? So not much in liabilities. That's fine.
Yes.
Let's forward to the statutory declaration posted or gazetted May 26, 2026.
Yes.
Mark Golding has picked up more liabilities. 6,890 US. All figures I'm quoting will be in US, right? But here the total assets overall, $908,907.27. Neighbor, remember, we're coming from 1.326 million US. Right? No.
Following you.
Let's look at the total income, because this is the kicker. He's now having a total income of $279,007. Remember where he's coming from, neighbor. From almost 600,000. The actual figure is $593,277.
Yes.
Again, all of this is in US. So when we look at the column for his salary, right? Because I'm pulling it from the time. His salary at the time was 10.3 million. He had realtor income of roughly 800,000, security income of just over 3 million.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't specify where he got other incomes from, which amassed to 7.2 million.
Yes.
But let's come to this statutory declaration now. Salary has moved to 25,184,223.54. He has no realty income. He has a security income of 2,059,000. That
Yes.
we've seen would have gone down from 3 million, right? And now his other income pushed up to 12,638,000. Now, neighbor, when you are that overall gives us 39,881,000. So $39,881,264. Remember, Mark, that is an increased neighbor from when he just started with 21,454,848.25.
Uh-huh.
The IC did not see this coming. That they, in an effort to protect Mark Golding and to run with a narrative and an agenda, would have exposed him in another way.
What you saying
Because
to me?
and it gets worse, neighbor. I remember your caller mentioned that the he has shares in Rerum. That was bought
Yes.
out. He no longer has that. Right? The law firm which he is a part of, apparently he didn't declare any salary from it, so he's not earning from it. And these, remember, so we're going by the numbers, and the numbers don't have feelings. It don't allude. It gives you raw data, and it gives you what is in front of us. So
Uh-huh.
if Mark Golding wants to challenge these figures, it simply means either the IC misrepresents something or he lied to the IC. Either way, it looks bad on the relationship between himself and the IC. Right? Now, when you look at it, neighbor, it shows why Mark Golding definitely wants to remain in politics. Because remember, by his statement, him done making money already. So you wouldn't need politics. But you have clinged to this increased salary. There's nowhere else he has declared. We're going by the numbers, neighbor, and what he declared. There's nowhere else in his earnings he's able to get that level of income apart from the opposition salary. Nowhere. And I beg him, I know Hugh Blair and all of them love run come. Tonight at the time to come. Tonight is the night to come for this. If they so want to come and challenge it, let them come.
Oh.
Mark Golding is slowly bleeding dry, neighbor.
What you saying to me?
And he needs to remain in politics for as long as he can. Neighbor, $25 million and no chicken feed. If he
US.
can't get the prime minister position to get $25 million to do nothing a year time as an opposition leader, it is welcoming for him financially.
To talk nonsense.
Exactly. To talk all the nonsense he want, neighbor. So it is a really shamfai thing from him to say, oh, him don't make him money already, him no need for inner politics. But at the end of it, he also said him and Tapanaris are gonna run this. Who is it, Tapanaris? People like Bunting, who also needs politics. Not for relationships, but for potential sweetheart deals. For neighbor, you think no, I don't know that they were asking for $50 million in Melissa?
Each.
Exactly. And when you look at it, they're fighting now because they themselves can't get any cut deals via Nara.
It's what you're opening up our eyes tonight to sir. You are saying to me that Golden, unlike what he says, need this job.
He needs it, neighbor. And this is why I said I'm challenging it. If he wants to come and say he doesn't need it, right? Come and give us the information as to why you don't need it. And that in itself, you see, if he's so brave, neighbor, will open up himself to be assassinated financially because he's smart enough to know that he can't declare anything else without opening up a can of worms. And this is one
Oh,
of the things the IC now, based on what they've put forward, my question to them is the same investigator that they brought in and paid approximately $30 million to investigate the Prime Minister. Did Mark Golding's statutory declaration undergo the same measures? Because if it doesn't, then the IC needs to answer and show how that $30 million was value for taxpayers, for the people of Jamaica. And if not, when we look at it, neighbor, if everything is okay, because what happens, what I've gotten to understand with the Integrity Commission is that you can place under the column other incomes and they don't necessarily question it because they didn't question Mark Golding's other income to that level. But the Prime Minister's earnings and everything in the statutory declaration and additional financial statements and documentations he had to provide went under extreme investigation and scrutiny, neighbor. And when they came up blank, as all the reports have showed, right? It leads now to they feel like they don't believe something is right. Well, let's put both under the microscopic lens. Or is it the case where, again, just like our Jamaica Labour Party is held at a different standard compared to the People's National Party, is it the same with the Prime Minister and Mark Golding? And if that is so, how can you want a leader like Mark Golding who can't walk the straight and narrow? And this overall has no question.
You don't think that the type of forensic auditing that has gone into the PM's filing, that Golding could have stood up to that?
No. Because
you are saying no?
No. And here's why, neighbor. And this is one of the things why I say it is also unfair to the Prime Minister. He's been a public figure longer, right? And as such, we would have had his, declarations open for longer periods. So we know we can track, go as far back as his entry. We see progression of his earnings and his wealth creation, right? So it's not just 2021, it become a thing. No, he has always had to declare his statutory declarations years before. There was no problem, which means we have a full track record leading up to that. You know who don't have that track record until 2021, neighbor?
Golding?
Mark Golding.
You are saying to me that had the IC applied the same rigorous forensic search, that Golding would have come up short?
He would. He would, neighbor. Because one of the things, and this is why I said that in this case, it's measured differently and the Prime Minister is being treated unfairly. Because nobody questions Mark Golding's wealth before he became a public figure. Remember, I tell you, he entered the public fray with 8.8 million US. That's from the DBG sales. That was his first overall declarations, neighbor. And he's rapidly losing money. So it is one of two things, because these money did not go into additional investments by his declaration and provision of information. So again, if he wants to prove these statements incorrect, he will have to come with those information, and he cannot, because that is going to open him up to even more scrutiny and to be put under the microscopic lens of the people of Jamaica know who understands and wants to know as well, how did he truly get his wealth? Because it never dropped from sky, and it shows no, it has exposed his business nuance, right? His know-how, that he's not as shrewd as we proclaimed him to be. Because whatever is happening now, he's losing money via his investments. He's clinging to the salary to try and bump that up. And remember, you know, he's not doing anything much or whatsoever in opposition as an opposition leader. So he doesn't have to focus on that capacity because there's nothing there that he's doing, which is taking him away from his businesses and his business venture. So he can still be the opposition because all they do is talk and not much come out, right? And still focus on his businesses, which are not thriving. But when he wasn't in the public fray, he was able to thrive. And the biggest development we've seen for him and earning financially was being tied to that sweetheart deal, Neighbour. And I'm saying based on what the statutory declarations had put forward from 2021 to now, shows that Mark Golding is not on the up and up. He's declining. And we're not talking about age. He's bleeding financially. And he needs the politics more than people are led to believe. And that is one of the major things people need to understand what is happening. He has moved investments around. Yes, I said that's perfectly fine. Every and anybody who is in that business is Neighbour and investments understand it. Every financial advisor knows this. But when your income has lowered significantly over time and it finally gets a bump up because of your position as opposition, that's why he didn't challenge the salary, you know?
Yes.
He kept his mouth shut until it became a talking point by the people of Jamaica. And then he went on the attack. You realize he didn't speak about his. He focuses on the Prime Minister's salary only. Because if it is focused on the overall salaries between himself and the Prime Minister, he would have to answer as to why he accepted it so rapidly and what value it adds to his portfolio. Now we're seeing the value it's being added. And that's something he can't challenge. You'll never hear anybody come and challenge what I'm saying tonight.
Well, they have been quiet so far. Garfman. I wonder where he is. Well, it's fascinating to listen to you, Harry. That's pretty deep. As a matter of fact, it's a lot to throw on. Hold on there for me. TV man, hello. TV man, he's on TikTok.
I'm here.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a little time. Go ahead.
I was listening to everything, man.
Yes, sir.
I'm on target, man. I'm on target, man. Good program tonight, man. I'm on target.
Yes.
Right?
Your time.
Because I'm trying to show you that these people, I've been saying to these people long time, say, these people is all about money for themselves and power.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you check the people, man, look at what the people them were saying. When the Prime Minister then put up the thing for the quota for the thing for collect money during the hurricane, they are the same one come out and tell people, say, don't give Prime Minister no money, don't give government no money. How could you wicked your own country, so?
Mm-hmm.
Don't give government no money. Say, don't give government no money. And when then done, they might see one come back and tell the government, give with the money.
Yes.
Give with the money.
Yes.
You understand me? They are the same one come back, you know, and tell the people, them say, the government say, give with the money, with your collect. And you are the same one before come up and say, no, give them no money. Now tell the public, say, no, give the government no money. And when you're doing, just set up something and collect how much millions of dollars and say $3 million you get because you don't want to give people them no time.
Wow.
$3 million you get for your MP. And I was saying to you, and I hear me say to you, say, PNP make the most garrison and unsettled place.
Give me your take on this land settlement issue. 600,000 people, TV man, live in unsettled positions in Jamaica. That's how did we get
Come on. And maybe more too. Barely say this evening, Bobby, man. With Bobby, I talk about it, man, but you knew this, man.
Yes.
And maybe more. But you see, think about it. These are the things where the PNP build the garrison, the mentality where people capture up land and not say to the people, no road, no cut properly through it, no water, sewer business, no cut, no done to it. All right, if you want to make the people live then, cut road through it and put up light and proper thing where they can get and pay them bill and pay money for the land and something. We can't agree to people. Remember, there are Jamaican and they still want piece of land, you know.
Yes.
They are Jamaican and they don't have the money to buy, but they can build up and build and live good. They can build and live good. No, God, regardless who they may be, they can build and live good. But you see, when the PNP do anything, it have to chaka because the more chaka you have the people, the more better you can control them. Them they not harder. The more you have them. These people are investing in the police force. They're not investing in nothing good. And you see the people in the jam and all of these source, what you call them group again, civics group, they're benefiting big time out of back to the people. So that's why they defend the PNP every time. Then defend the PNP because no matter what, they are benefiting our fight. They are benefit from it. Only because we not swing the money I exchange from some of them. We not swing some things I exchange, but they're benefiting. They're benefiting. They're benefiting. Nobody couldn't stand up for something, so stand up for so much wrongs in your country. Stand up for so much wrongs in your country and not benefit. You have to be benefiting. You have to be benefiting. You have to be getting something for you to stand up. Just like how we are getting, what we are getting, is to see the prosperity of our country survive and live. That's what we are getting. We're not looking for nothing like a handout or looking for something. Because I'm not getting anything personal when we talk about the government. Because the government is doing right by the people.
Yes.
So these are our benefit to see the people survive. And if the people survive and if the people benefit, we benefit.
Quite right.
Right? Because you cannot get up and attack against the government and not benefit. You must be benefiting.
Yes.
Somebody must have to be doing something for you.
Yes, sir.
Somewhere along the line, something has to be doing something for you. You understand? And when you look at it, neighbor, these civics groups are benefiting big time, man. They are benefiting big time from this thing, man.
They do have interest, sir. They do have interest.
Yeah, man, them benefiting, man. Them benefit, man. Them have benefit. Because, neighbor, look how wicked these people are. When these people go home at night time, and these people go sleep, them sleep comfortable. Comfortable in them bed. And when the government come and transfer, Andrew is a young somebody. And these people are there when the decision we're making before to mash up this country. And them sit with it and allow the decision to take and partake in the decision to mash up the country and carry down the country.
Yes.
And when you're done, this little young man come now and try to repair the damage. And all you can do and all you can talk about is that you want him to resign. You have to know all people you try everything. Desperately, you try everything. We don't know war and civil war, you try to build up in our country and unrest in the country. You get people to sign petition. You get people. Remember them in America demonstrate against the Prime Minister, you know?
That was true.
You go to run away. You go to go run away, you know?
Yes.
They go over there and try all of that. And when they go over there, they're going to say it's a corrupt government because what? He might take the money and he might take money and he might give them the people in their country, the people that suffer, and he might gag out of the people in their country. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, neighbor, how wicked these people are to the length and breadth of where these people go for telling our government?
It's been very, very difficult, sir. Very difficult.
Imagine, neighbor. Just look into it in the neighbor. Just looking at what we are talking about in the neighbor. Look at the length and breadth our man go through to carry down that government without doing nothing. You go and murk a whole meeting. You go and murk champion. You champion over to tell people. Tell people over to say, people don't make this and not give government that.
Yeah.
No help the country suffer. So when the same people, when they say poor people are benefit from it, and you have to help the government. Then if you tell them the government, not tell people if you suffer.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Why you want to be less of it? And then the same people are going to turn to when they touch the next election to come vote for you. And these people are so stupid in neighbor. They see a party line. Say, oh, we don't like the big nose, but we don't like Kanye West, we don't like this, we don't like him. What you don't like about him? He's doing your dirty job that you're not doing. You breed, you pick your send, you breed woman, you breed this, you send gas school, and you're now a government of your mind them for you. A lot of these man, and the government of your mind them picking. A lot of these women, and the government of your take care of them picking. And you come out and cost the same government to help you. Okay, you bite the hand we feed you.
Yes.
Never. This is what I go on in Jamaica. I don't want to see people taking it.
I agree with you.
No, when the hurricane for come the night, my neighbor. When the hurricane for come the night, my neighbor. Become a couple of days, my neighbor. The hurricane got bush. You notice the hurricane like it shift from part to part, from here to this one, shift.
Yes.
I look where hurricane go, neighbor. Hurricane destroy the very same people who were so ungrateful for what the government was building down there and give to them. The same place for these people to fight over. Remember, the war and fight for it. You then go to tell the people, look how stupid people can buy some full story. You go to go tell them, say, a hundred Holness destroy Westmoreland with storm, and people take that. Say a hundred Holness destroy Westmoreland with storm, and people buying that. And you go, I tell people, Andrew Holness and him friend them buy out Westmoreland to build up Westmoreland. Then if him build up Westmoreland, no better for you.
Yes.
Tell me now, neighbor.
Yes.
If him build up Westmoreland, no better for you.
Much better.
And if you hold it night dark and you hold it and the old monarchy where you live now down there, where they wouldn't have them in all this time. Just if these people are stupid and say PNP prey upon the people and little vulnerability where they have. Prey upon them. Him know them weak. Him know them good. They know so they don't know nothing else more than just run up and down back at them for them hear PNP then hear and then hear the bugle blow for them. Then run out.
Yes.
For the bugle blow for them.
Yeah.
Then run out.
The Buluzella. The Buluzella.
Yeah, man.
It's a Buluzella blow them, sir.
For them blow for them.
Yeah. Anyway, TV man, I'm running out of time, so you're gonna have to catch us back tomorrow.
Man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Nice talking to you.
We talk, man. Come here, see program, man. It's a nice program, man.
You better know that.
I mean, like, when the gentleman and match up the thing, man. Make people see what I go on and make people see this man are wicked to them, man.
Oh, that a golden.
Yeah, man, too wicked, man. What the man do for any couple of politics people? What you have done? The man have a hierarchy. What you know, a tap on his friend, the man have, you know, and you can't talk to none of the tap on his friend. The man say, all right, then Westmoreland people come, with tap on his friend, can't even look at it. $3 million you get in your phone to tap on his friend. So who they are to you?
Yes.
You see, come and at them. $3 million you have to tap on his friend, and none of them help you.
He tap on his friend, them broke.
You know, it's foolishness.
Yeah, foolishness.
You said Jamaican people who need to open their ears and run on this money, everything, and where I go.
Running where?
$3 million you still get. How much you know? 900 done. They said 900,000. A transportation fee. So what am I driving, sir? Where are you driving? Look here. What are you driving, sir? Remember, you get money already. Once you're a minister, you have your van for drive and you have your traveling there where you are traveler for go deliver, where you have to deliver. So any money you get for people about 3 million, you couldn't go deliver it. And you know what you get, and you say you take 900,000 out of that for transportation. You look for them paper, you look for them breakdown.
Yeah, but me here you see they must run him where, sir. You want them to run him where?
Let's run him where, man. Let's take Jamaica to feed that, man.
But why? Why run him where?
But never. Tell me true now. If you get $3 million and the transportation is dearer than the 3 million, why transportation, you know? The transportation for care go give the people them is dearer. You charge them for care, the money come to.
Yes.
And like where you get it?
So you said Jamaica must run with this man.
Yeah, man, you charge them.
Oh my God. Run him where?
You charge them. You charge them for carry the money come.
Yes.
If you have a constituency, you have to got the constituency. And when I know, a time know what care package and have to deliver now. And you got the constituency. And when you got the constituency, neighbor, and all of that sudden, $3 million you see you collect in your quota. 3 million, we are working with you 3 million. 3 million you see you collect. And the $3 million you collect, you take 900,000 out of 3, left $2,100.
2.1 million.
Yeah. $2.1 million. Right? Left 2.1 million to go deliver to people now. Say you go deliver to people now. When you check it out, neighbor, where you used to drive go down there all the while? What you used to drive got the constituency? I pay the people to pay you for care something, go and get them then.
Yeah, but why are you encouraging Jamaicans to run him away? Is he not a
run him away, tell about thief and wicked and liar, neighbor.
Yeah, but where am I gonna run go? Where am I gonna run go?
Neighbor, them are thief and liar and wicked to the people them. They're thief, wicked and lying, neighbor, because look here. Simple, neighbor. If you go up as an opposition leader and you say you have all the top on Harris friend, you don't make your money already. The people are looking forward to you. Say, okay, you're the savior then for with them since that you come and attack like that. You must have something where you must have something. You must have something. You must can assist with. And if you are going to look on the people them and I will tell them, say, you know, the government don't give government nothing. But yet still you get 3 million. We have to say you get a 3 billion. And you take 900,000 type for transportation. So we're going to ask a question now, neighbor. Where they used to drive go for these people that live while? The people that vote for you. Where you used to drive go to them all the while? Where you live? Is it plane you have to take for come here? What you drive? How you used to reach them there before? Where you used to reach around these people before? How do you know some people are them bed hungry? And you have that and you can't go buy one, you can't buy one care package.
Yes.
And you can't buy one care package.
You don't think Golden is a good man, sir?
Good leader, woman. It's a separate man, separate the people in their country. Since the man come and be a narrative and lie, just a liar tell their country. Jesus, since the man and bunting take members of politics is to go on and people cope with them foolishness and enjoy themselves and carry on them foolishness and everybody go vote and God and yard over there for living. And from this man and bunting take the party. This man and bunting have a set of blogger. Have be a foolishness.
They have the bloggers. No, they have the bloggers. They have the bloggers.
A bunting start you, man. A bunting start you to the party. A bunting this start this problem, you know.
With the bloggers?
With the bloggers, you know.
They are paying them.
They used to pay them. I'm orchestrating with the same girl with them same girl where used to have as in PR.
Which girl?
The same name, we should even call her girl, because for respect, bad to bad, we have to respect. You have to show some respect, no matter what. Which show? But what's your name, man?
Yeah.
Nikki Chaburchel. He's 12 hours PR.
What are you saying to me?
Remember, he's 12 hours in PR, you know.
Oh, why?
Remember, she used to, and the same Daniel Archer. Remember the same Daniel Archer used to up and down with Bunty, you know?
Wow, I didn't know that at all.
Let me just see Daniel Archer used to on a video up and down a carry on, man.
Nikisha Burchell used to work for Mr. Bunting as a PR.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man, used to work with Bunty. I used to campaign. Remember, I wrote Bunting campaign, man.
Oh my goodness. Oh wow.
I used to run Bunting campaign and Bunting and go present to Peter Phillips. I used to carry on our foolishness, man.
Oh yes. Yes. And you say that is from that time the paid bloggers start.
Yeah, from them time there, little before before Peter Phillips. Because I remember they know they start come up with the poll thing and start trick people with poll and all that. They say all the man have run with brother Bunty going for in my funeral. When they start coming in the funeral, man, can be a good man go and start come up with poll and want to talk about poll and they must sell a receipt every $15 million.
What you saying to me?
Take McGregor, the old policeman, the money and put him in a seat, man. Over Lawrence Roman. Think a safe seat him and get behind thing in Swiss, say, yeah, him used to run downtown. Remember, he used to talk about control downtown. And then he used to know who you say, all that man, if you get, hey, all if you get locked up, you know. Because you see him come out now and talk about he used to grind down, I might run downtown. So, why in a them the year you stop bad, so? And you are run downtown and you say no everywhere. And the players say stop bad, so. But every meet you say shooting going over Tivoli and shoot over Tivoli side. You see, man, a wicked man. You see, man, if you get locked up, it's a long time. The whole crocodile in a system carry on with them problem. Don't show them face now, you know. Don't do all crocodile and alligator, you know. You see, show them themselves now, you know.
Oh my God.
You remember when I go for one teacher, one go to my JTA, we go run a fat looking one, we run and loose here. We all crocodile and got the whole of them, man. And show them start to show up them color because them can't stay on the ground no more, you know. Them have to come up for here now. Them can't stay on no more, them have to come up for here now. So you say them wicked. How can you the people them when you say I follow you and you have 400,000 people vote for you and you get $3 million and you take 900,000 tithe for transportation for deliver money to them?
What a thing, sir. Boy.
You charge them for deliver money then. And when you're done, you talk about you spend 4.5 million. And you have a Tapanaris friend. So how much a Tapanaris friend then give you then? Your Tapanaris friend supposed to give you how much then give you? $1,000 then give him then.
Well, $500.
$500? How much $500? $1,000 then give?
I think.
Because if you buy pan Batalan, it alleged that I understand them take $100 and something million from Batalan in an election.
Oh.
Yes, it's alleged, I understand. When you're hearing a birdie whispering about it.
We don't.
Strong good source.
Yeah, we want to be careful with that alleged here, sir.
Yes, that's alleged. Yeah. Go watch me now.
I want to be careful with that.
You see, why you see Matalan come out to government dance, you know? Because Matalan find say, watch out. When PNP in a power, they can get the work them to do what they want and build some little matches back some and give people and tell them to a house, you know. Build some little foolishness, get people with bathroom and toilet in a same thing and tell like what them below. I just creative people, because them they expect Portmore to build up, say, you know. They neither expect say the house them when they give people a Portmore, they neither expect the people to be creative and build and get something out of it. You understand me? I don't know put them there to feed people, you know. They won't just build them.
Oh my God.
To take money off my people them. They won't just build them to take money off my people them wickedly, you know.
Yes, true, sir.
To enrich themselves, you know.
Them in the house, sir. Them in the house.
Them in the house are creative people and creative at Portmore. Are creative people and creative at Portmore.
Match is back, sir.
How can you build a house and give a person a bathroom with the kitchen in the safety?
You know. Oh my good God, I tell you.
Look how Portmore big and a short land space. And then give them a give people nothing. And I nothing them a do, you know. And give them the reason that give people nothing over there, you know.
Yes.
And develop Portmore, develop with people mindset of people.
You know, sir, those houses never had a flooring. Never had a flooring, you know.
You couldn't even put nothing on it. Remember, people just put a column round, you know, and put that then can go up on the upstairs. Because they not build nothing, they not build nothing give you for your view. They not build nothing give you for you. They just have build one thing for you, just going back way and come out back way, front way. But when they look and see people and build up, they might come on like I sit and do good there when do. They don't do nothing good for people. At the time when they must sell them the house there. At the time when they must sell them the house, at the 40 people, some people still have people for their house.
Yes.
At the time when they must sell them the house, they must sell them the house for rock hard money, But answer them help poor people, Then just build them, of course, them build them. They agree so them build them. But the mindset where them they have when them are Billy. If they did have the mindset, no, this how happen when them build them. A different cup of tea. If them couldn't see people and take it 15 and 10 years after and do them to it and build them in a house where they are now. And then the house where them build, people have to lick out all some part inside that just to get what they want.
Oh boy.
People have to put column to get them go up and go around it and go up. People just get the spot. They just get the spot and just decide to build out. And build out on it. So you don't give people remember you don't give them a yard space where they can plant one tree. That means you want them to suffer and go buy everything there. That you can walk where you want and do what you want. They not give them no place to plant one tree. They not give them one place to do no greenhouse. Nothing for nothing. They okay you build a place and not give people like that another apartment you build. You see a terrible people. You see a wicked and wicked. I don't know them wicked people. When these people now see it. And Jamaican people call it hard life because of PJ. Remember PJ when say people and they like hard life? I think PJ when say one time say the harder you treat, the more harder you treat these Jamaican black people. I better them become still. They like hard life. I think I see him time this I see him set a brutal speech when we like talk about one phone in a back pocket and take one ring one.
Say hello.
Yeah. They can put one back pocket and take one ring one every time. So I try to show it. These people are not. Look when they look now. When you go a road neighbor, everything transform the neighbor. No police don't work. Look at police. The police don't work in a hot and dirty environment again. A clean and AC environment where police are working in the neighbor. Every police station got AC,
What you say to me?
Every police station AC,
What you say to me?
Yeah, but you might tell us that every police station you go, no, a AC. I found you Holness fix them up. Every police station, I don't know of one, I don't like this other one that know we're no AC. Every one of them go neighbor. A AC. I run. A AC I run. Not clear all the building, then fix up the building. And a AC I run. Right? And when you look, these people are going to say, the government don't care about people. This government don't care about people. So when they were doing that, this man have to come and do all of the feeding work.
Tell the listeners to join you again tomorrow. You shall continue this. Tell them.
Yeah, man.
Tell
the man, tell a neighbor, man.
Tell the listeners.
Look how Jamaica grow neighbor. Look how Jamaica grow neighbor. Look how Jamaica move neighbor. Right now, Jamaica grow one way that you can do anything to make money in Jamaica.
Tell the listeners to join you again tomorrow. You can't get them all like you can't get them all like tonight. Tell them say,
yeah, man.
Come back tomorrow.
All right, yes.
Come back tomorrow.
Join back the program tomorrow. We have whole heap over this side of it talk about. Whole heap, man.
No, hold on. Tell them to join the Hello Neighbor show. Tell them.
Yes, man. Join the Hello Neighbor show, man. Tomorrow. At 7 o'clock.
At 7
o'clock.
Yes.
That's it. Tomorrow.
Tell them again. No. Hold on, man. Tell them again.
Join the Hello Neighbor show 7 o'clock tomorrow. As soon as you come in from work and take off on the shoes, put up on the foot, hold something cool for drink, and tune in. Because the Hello Neighbor show full of all by informative product that you can listen to and inform you with enough things if you don't want to hear the truth. No propaganda over here. The truth. You understand me? Something you can see for yourself and we are talking, know that for yourself. So I hit we are talking about and I have facts. You understand me?
Thank you.
Neighbor.
Yes, sir.
You know what You know, one evening, you know what bother me sometimes we don't want to talk to you about.
Yes.
We want to talk about. You see this, we don't know. This football fraternity thing. Every time I look at it on Neighbour. Why every time? So we see, we don't care, I say flag, everybody else flag on vehicle drop on down, and full flag can on vehicle drop on down.
Well, yeah. Can you imagine, sir?
Can you imagine, Neighbour?
Can
and
you
we
imagine?
pay these people, and these people get good pay. And then my problem I see, Neighbour. Now, kill them have the little youth them here train in a football and a kick ball. You see, as soon as they go play one good match, and different people are playing on the youth, them and the normal Jamaican youth, them we have out here.
That's another part of corruption.
So if you don't give them, I don't know if you don't give them no highlight, and you know, make them go, when they don't get for them chance.
Young Joe, big up from the Turks and Caicos. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. One of these days. One lady tell me at church on this. She said that her child won at the trials and was never put on the team. People pay big money to get their picnic on plane. You know,
that corruption thing, the football thing, big old corruption thing.
Yes, sir.
These guys, you know, just want to rotate. This one I president next month, and the next one I president, and after they rotate each other. They rotate themselves.
Cricket, netball, soccer, whole of them, sir. Politics involved.
One of the youth, them professional.
Yeah. Sometimes
and they skill.
If you don't come from,
can't make it.
No,
sir. Cute bird up and I'm gonna kick ball, yeah, so. And as soon as them play one side against America, I play against one
they no get
different people on the side.
They no get play. What? But I tell you the truth. I never know say you notice this, sir.
I notice in here about a long time. I notice in a faith enough say, make we lose it what we got and we save everybody and invest upon the people with them. Instead of we go buy a player and invest upon them and I lose here. So I could take one money and invest upon we feel we play them. Instead of go buy a player and I lose. Because if a player like that side, you think you come get the portion of ball for we.
Why you don't talk to the moderator, make sure give you one program on the network?
I think we need to get one.
Yeah. Talk to the moderator, make sure give you a program for yourself on the network. All right.
Oh, but I need to touch up my like. I need to touch up my TV man like. I'm gonna give it a subscribe and some likes so that we can start on thing too. Of course, right, Neighbour?
All right, yeah.
Man,
there you go.
Touch up the TV man like, man, the TV man. Give me a subscribe. Give me some subscribe on the TV man thing, man. Go over there, go subscribe. And me like, man, and get some thumbs up, man. That we can tune in, man. Cause we talk facts, you know. And as we go along at the time, we can report the things that we see at home. And sometimes you know, every time we go a road, go find these facts. And we are going to go see facts them. If we don't want to video them, we have video them and we couldn't get them too.
There you go. Talk to my moderator. Talk to Caroline.
All right. You hear that, Caroline? Caroline, I'm my neighbor, you know. Remember, we live in that same parish, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, we live in that same parish. And I'm going to her when she come down. I have to meet Caroline when she come down.
Really? Really?
Yeah, Caroline. Yeah, man, Caroline, we have our thing, our family thing. So we're going to meet up to have one thing down there, man.
All right.
So
wow. You know more than me, sir. All right. Take care of yourself. Look up yourself.
Yeah, man, all right, man. So tomorrow we talk about this neighbor. Them rob the country, man.
Yeah.
Man. Them one that I want to.
Yeah. Catch you tomorrow.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Yes.
Respect. Member Harry?
Yes, Neighbour.
Boy, you hear TB man is making an arrangement to meet Caroline, and you have never met her yet. Can you imagine? What a thing.
No, my neighbor. Remember, say Pastor Young down there, you know. So
I didn't even know that she was coming. She was coming here, and here's TV man suggesting that he's planning to meet her. Wow, I tell you,
neighbor TV man, I forgot go through Pastor Young.
Well, yeah, I haven't seen Pastor Young. Is he having private conversations?
Why, Caroline? You may have to come and answer some questions.
Yeah. Imagine TV man just came on here and he has appointment set up to meet Caroline. Why? Amazing stuff in Harry.
It is, neighbor. It definitely is.
Amazing stuff. Well, congratulations, brother. You've done well. Anyway, Harry, 24 minutes to 11 o'clock. You want to bring the curtains down on the program tonight? We're gonna have to go.
Definitely, neighbor. You know, again, it's another informative night. We're having conversations that matter, conversations that change not just the political scape in Jamaica, but society on a whole. You know, you come here, you hear some things first, you then venture out to have these conversations with family, friends, and strangers. You know, because we're changing the mindset throughout as Jamaicans, locally and in the diaspora neighbor. We desperately need it.
Yes.
It's a fight against propaganda. It's a fight against
Absolutely.
misinformation, disinformation, and it is a fight for a brighter future for Jamaica. Not necessarily from the political lines, but from a patriotic standpoint. And I
Yes.
think, you know, it doesn't get much better than this. Each night, you know, we bring it to you raw, we bring it to you as it is, but more importantly, we give you facts over feelings because these conversations matter. And as such, you know, contribute to the program. Who can contribute? You know, tap up the screen, let the algorithm know we're active. You know, let's go ahead and push the program even further. We here at Politics Plus Network, the team, we thank you for your support every night. We see the hundreds of persons on the For You page and who is in the box and so on. We're happy for that. But you know, the work never stops. It continues each and every day as we put the show together. And as such, we are grateful for the support and for you to continue to support because this is nation building. There's a lot more in store to come. And speaking of store, you know, there's a Hello Neighbor store as well. You can go and get your merch. You can also give your reviews, anything that you see that you probably would want to see in the store. You can let us know. You can always reach out to Caroline, Jeffrey, Neighbor is here, myself, Scratchy, and we can make that happen for you. Of course, those on X, formerly Twitter, you know, seeing the support, it's fast growing, Neighbor. I love to see
Yes.
that. It means we're
Uh-huh.
reaching a new set of people. Of course, over there on Facebook as well, or YouTube was just the same, Neighbor. And of course, you know, there's always some special love for TikTok family in a Neighbor because
Yes.
that is where we all started. But we are growing, and as such, we're branching out further. But again, another successful night. Thanks again to each and every person. Shefreen, you know, you're there in the back end, Caroline. You know, thanks so much. Neighbor, you're the face of the program. You turn up each and every night. But also, I want to big up the moderators, Neighbor. Many persons
Mhm.
don't see them, but they're there. They're doing the work. And normally we would say they're doing the Lord's work, but they're doing Jamaica's work, Neighbor.
Yes.
So I'm very grateful and thankful for them for another successful night, another successful show. And of course, you know, you can go back on YouTube and watch past programs if you need refreshers. They're
Yes.
there. You can share the clips, share the shorts as well. Like it, share for those who may not have subscribed. Please subscribe to it, you know, because there's more to come. And I hope everyone have a great rest of night. And you take care and we'll be back here tomorrow at 7 p.m.
There you go. Thank you so much, Member Harry, and excellent work as usual. So, YouTube, bye bye. Have a great night. Please remember, like, subscribe, donate, contribute. Change that word donate, Shefreen, to contribute. Contribute to the movement. The Zelle is 954-635-8732. That's 954-635-8732 on YouTube. Thank you and have a great night. Well, TikTok.